1, 2, 3, not it.
I did it last time.
I just woke up.
No, thank you.
Essentially, all right, we'll just kind of go through this. We, after leaving Harshnag, I'm assuming to his death, he probably got his ass kicked by a dragon. We went in search of the Frost Giant Lord on this little iceberg. I'm probably missing some stuff in between there, but we kind of flew in,
We picked up
checked out a
Kendall.
few areas. What's that?
We picked up Kendrick.
Yeah, I guess that was last session. Yeah, we picked up 3 trusted companions, Kendrick, Omar, and Lamar, I think their names are. And they're a new crew to the airship. And then we went in search of the iceberg. We found it, had quite a few discussions on which door to enter, which building to enter. We finally decided to climb a rope to the 2nd floor of the largest building that we saw. We very conveniently entered the throne room of the Frost Giant Lord, found the conch, fought a few giants. Celinda is in the process of trying to steal a dragon egg. And we heard people, well, there was someone who opened a door, I guess after we fought the giants, in which he quickly went back through the door, and now we're hearing sounds of people rushing up to us. I sent a sending to Kendrick to fly the ship around, in which he responded, "Hell yes, we need to get out of here. There's something large coming." And end scene.
Yeah, that about does it. Yeah, you guys spent. I just want to make sure we don't linger on the fact that you spent like an hour trying to figure out which trusted companion to find. So that took a while. That was a process for you. But yeah, you
Also,
did.
which
Well,
door
that
to
was
go.
important. Also, the stream says Blades in the Dark.
Ooh.
What's that about Blades?
The stream says we're streaming Blades in the Dark.
Oh, I should fix that. Thank you. Good call. I was so hyped about a new mic that I apparently forgot to do everything else. So that's fine. I'll take care of it. Thank you for letting me know. So, yeah. So you guys headed to the Burg of the Frost Giants, and yeah. Whoops. You uncovered some dragon eggs. You killed some frost giants and their wolves. And yeah, as I recall specifically leaving when we left off, Kendrick had alerted you that it was time to go, that somebody was showing up in a very, very, very large boat. And you were hearing hooting coming from upstairs. There's a ladder. Why is this not moving? Oh, shit. Sorry. Computer just did something.
Lame. There's a commercial that plays before our stream. That's lame.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I was not aware of that.
Predator Helios commercial. Intel.
Oh, well. Well, at least
Yeah,
Twitch is getting paid, so.
Yeah, Twitch has fucking ads now.
Sorry, I'm just fixing the stream. But yes, Kendrick had alerted you that something was seriously wrong, and it was time to go. And yeah, so you guys have a moment here. Oh shit, what happened? Uh-oh. I guess that part doesn't matter so much, but let me flip over the Roll20 just blacked out for me, which is cool. Come on, Roll20.
You can do it.
There it goes. It's just going to take a second to load. Yeah, so you guys have a minute here. You have a moment. Kendrick is going to be bringing the airship down to pick you guys up. And yeah, you have a moment. What are you going to do?
As I recall, I'm still a giant ape, and I'm holding the conch.
Mm-hmm.
You
We
are
could blow that conch.
So I'm gonna bring it over to Alton.
Is
Even
Alton
though he's
even
a tiny-
big enough?
Probably not, but
It was only 20 pounds.
Yeah,
He's the
That
one
is half my body weight.
But I'm gonna hold it out in my hand so you can look at it and see if
I'm
Gives
going
us
to
any
Arcana
ideas.
check it and make sure it is the conch we need and not just random decorative thing.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So it's definitely a conch. It is definitely magical. That is without question. Gesundheit. And as oh Jesus Christ, what the hell is going on here? Sorry guys, Roll20 is being real weird for me. I don't want to show you guys that. The conch does weigh about 20 pounds. I think it's about 2.5 feet long. There is a giant rune inscribed into it, and it does look like one of the runes that you would have seen in the Eye of the Allfather.
Okay.
And,
Got what we needed. Time to go.
Yeah, we might want to go right away.
And the hooting upstairs is getting louder, and Kendrick, correct me if I'm wrong, Balaam, you're using the sending stone because you gave one of those to Kendrick, or was it sending as a spell you cast?
I cast sending. It was
okay.
the spell.
Okay.
But that is a good idea. I think we really should start leaving one with Kendrick.
Yeah, I
That is
didn't
a
want to
good idea.
assume that was the case. But yeah, you uncover. You've retrieved the conch.
Is there anything else that might look like treasure in this room? I guess while we're waiting for our taxi to show up.
I figured I was going to head out to the balcony and start waving him down.
Yeah,
That's a good
Alton,
idea.
if you want to do that, you can. Let me find an answer to your question, John, which I do have. Everything is being very slow today. I've got a lot of stuff plugged in, so that's probably why.
The map is also massive.
That's it too. So, in terms of treasure, there are the dragon eggs.
Which I have.
You have one of.
Mm.
Because I think each egg is 4 feet tall and they weigh 300 pounds. So you can carry.
I'm levitating one.
Yeah, you're levitating one egg. You got the conch. There is Valem on the table here in the center of the room. There is a large, obviously everything here is large, a tusk of a mammoth. It appears to be carved out in the shape of what you assume to be a drinking horn. It looks valuable.
Ivory is valuable, yeah. I'm not a fan of them killing mammoths to get the ivory, but
Just stick it in our friend's bag of holding.
Yeah, just stick it in there.
Well, the bag of holding is currently inaccessible because I'm an ape.
Also true. Yeah,
But I could pick it
I'll
up.
grab it. I'll grab it.
Okay, it weighs about 75 pounds.
I'm a big guy.
Yeah, you're big, beefy,
Maybe
strong,
I
man.
can carry it.
Maybe the ape should grab it.
Well, the ape only lasts for, I think, a minute, or it's probably more for an hour.
It's an hour.
Oh, never mind.
He
By
could
all means,
probably
monkey
pick
it up.
us all up and carry us all to the ship.
Speaking of, I guess I should have said something before, and I haven't swapped out that either. Alton, and I guess I should give access to everybody. We'll probably have to do that. I did make you a token for the giant ape. I don't know if you.
Yes, I saw that.
Okay. So I guess what we can do is if you turn someone else, I can just give access to Reggie, and then whoever wants to use it, we could just do
Cool.
it that way.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely,
it's an
just give
NPC
everybody
character
access.
sheet, so it's got his armor class and health and all that stuff built right into it.
Rockin'.
Cool. So, this hooting is continuing upstairs, just like frantic flapping, like the flapping of wings, and you're hearing the waves almost break from outside as something appears to be arriving.
Can I see what's arriving?
Sure.
I'm out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. I don't know if I have a picture, but I can describe it to you gladly. Oh, actually, no. Well, nah, that's not necessarily an accurate representation of what you're seeing. It is a massive ship, bigger than the ones you saw inside this iceberg, in the kind of caldera shape that is dug out by the iceberg that you're on. And it appears to be over 500 feet long. It has a 200-foot tall mast. Obviously, it's just gigantic. You can tell from here. Actually, give me. Why don't you give me a perception check, Alton, to see what you see, like how well you see it. It's a really big ship, and there's things on board.
Guys, very big boat, like bigger than normal boat.
Yeah,
Like bigger than giant boat.
Yeah, we need to go.
Okay. So you guys are running outside.
Let's go, guys. Get to the balcony.
I will.
Does the boat look familiar?
No, I don't think so.
It's not one we saw on the way here. Then.
Yeah, we did pass a giant ship on the way here.
I don't think it was this ship specifically. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure that was a different ship. They have more than one, in fact. I am gonna switch you here. I'm gonna switch the map on you. Oh, good God! All these massive maps. So you guys are standing basically on the balcony, and I will kind of shift click you. You're down here, effectively, on the balcony, and you're just waiting for your friends to arrive.
I don't see anything.
I just did black screen.
Oh, because your tokens aren't there. Hold on, I will fix that. I mean, this doesn't really matter so much where you are, but there we go, Reggie. Okay, you guys all see yourselves?
Yep.
Yes.
You're basically
Yeah.
down there on
Yeah.
that building. A ship is arriving. It is not this ship over to the east of you, but it is a different ship that is arriving from the south that Alton was seeing that is so big. Y'all can, since you're all outside, if everyone else aside from Alton wants to make a perception check, you're free to do so.
Oh, I guess I should open my character sheet.
Excuse me. Wow, good rolls to start out today, guys.
Reminder, my passive
Cold.
perception is a 19 also.
Except for Celinda.
So, where is it? Here it is. Well, yeah, 19. That's better than a 19 anyway. But so what you can very clearly see, Valem, that no one else is everyone else is probably too distracted. I mean, Celinda's distracted with her dragon egg, presumably.
Yeah.
Valem,
I'm maintaining concentration.
yes.
Cold.
Yeah, Valem, what you see is this massive ship. There appear to be, at a glance, at least 20 frost giants on it. It's worse than that, though. There is a frost giant that stands at the very back of the ship, who seems larger than the rest and is standing tall, clearly shouting orders. There are, at least that you can see, 4 ballistae, 2 on each side of the ship, 2 front, 2 back. And they are larger than the ballistae on your airship. Also, you see something maybe unusual. You can pretty clearly make out what appears to be a white dragon that is chained to the deck of the ship.
Like a full size or
I mean,
like baby?
Maybe a hatchling from like one of the eggs.
it's not a hatchling.
It's the mama.
It is in mechanical terms, it is huge. So it's not as big as the blue dragon you came across in the Eye of the Allfather, but it's still a huge dragon, white and chained down to the deck.
Guys.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Yeah, I try to express everything that you just explained to give everyone an idea of just how much trouble we could potentially be in if we don't get out of here soon. Do we see Kendrick over the horizon, maybe on his way?
Oh yeah, I mean Kendrick is pulling. He's pulling around. He's probably trying to be smart about it in the sense that he's not going to just fly over that ship that's on the water. But I imagine he's probably coming in from the west, from this general direction. But yeah, he's definitely close. But the other ship, the other ship is getting perilously close.
Is there any like railing or anything on this? Anything we can kind of duck behind, like put our backs to posts while we wait for the airship?
You could. I would let you if you wanted to. All of you wanted to try to stealth, to hide from the ship. Yeah, you could. You could do that. They're probably gonna see the airship, though.
They're definitely gonna see the.
We'll do with that,
Hard to
but
miss.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys want to make stealth checks, that's up to you.
Does nobody have major image?
Hope.
Nope.
That would've been
Sorry,
really
not that kind of warlock.
Yes.
I have minor illusion. I use
I have
minor illusion.
minor illusion too, but that doesn't help us any.
I'm not even bothering. I'm honestly just being fairly open about being here because I want the airship to know we're here.
I'm a giant ape. I don't think I'm hiding behind anything.
Right. Do you want to drop that
Are you
maybe,
gonna-
Alton?
Yeah, so are you gonna unape before getting on the ship?
I mean,
Before getting on the ship, yes.
In the meantime, what are you gonna do? Catch Ballista?
I'm faster
Yes!
as an ape, just so you know. I got a 40-foot climb speed to go up a rope.
Okay.
Assuming the airship
Yeah,
doesn't
but you're
topple
also
over.
like fucking 8 times your fucking weight.
So
First, let's get the ship here. Then let's get on the ship. As we're getting on the ship, he'll be de-aped. In the meantime, we may need the combat potential of ape. Because there was still something upstairs.
It sounds like an owl, though.
Yeah, I mean that's very distinctly what it sounds like. Sorry, I was just I didn't realize there was a token on the map. I was playing with it. So it's very clear to you guys that the giants have now seen the airship. Those of you that speak
Giant.
those of you that speak giant can pretty clearly make out, even at this distance, that the giant at the back of the ship appears to be yelling orders, and there's clearly an attempt to figure out what's the airship, like what's the deal with it. They're trying to figure out if it's friendly or not. About this point, Kendrick basically pulls the airship up, but he can't land. Like there's nowhere here he can land, but he can drop the ropes. He can drop the rope ladders for you guys.
All right, everybody up.
Up, 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 up.
Yeah, I'm up. I'm pushing the egg in front of me.
Okay. And I think that's probably what's gonna do it, because you're still levitating this massive egg.
Mm-hmm.
And the giant at the back of the ship starts screaming in giant. For those of you who understand it, starts screaming, "They're stealing my eggs! Fire at will!" And a bunch of the giants break off and head to the ballistae. And they are going to fire on your ship unless there's something you would like to do.
Actually, can I just dimension door onto the ship?
I mean,
I forgot. I totally forgot I had dimension door. I can dimension door myself and the egg.
that's what I'm thinking. Because you kind of already said that you were doing that.
Yeah, I totally forgot I had dimension door.
I mean,
How
It's
far
okay if
away
you'd
is the
rather I
ship?
didn't.
basically,
Yeah.
like, you guys, I mean, the ship is your airship is basically right above you. This ship now is about here. Like, it looks like it's pulling up next to this lodge, effectively. It's going to be moving, moving next to the cliffs next to this lodge. So, yeah, the giants are starting to man the ballista.
How many
Okay.
ballista are there?
There are 4.
4?
But they can't all aim at us at the same time, right? You
Actually,
said
How wide
they
across?
can.
back?
How
They
wide
are-
across is the ship?
What's that?
How wide across is the ship? Would you estimate?
I mean, I can show you a. I guess at this point it would be fair for me to show you a diagram.
I mean, I guess it would have to be enormous if there are literally 20 giants on this thing.
Yeah, this one doesn't have the tokens of the giants, but there's tokens on all of the oars. The large giant is at the aft of the ship.
Damn, that's big.
Yeah. Like if the
All right.
dragon is huge and it's that big on the thing, that should give you an idea about how big the ship is.
So it is basically facing right at us then, with those ballistae right in the front.
Yes.
So it's pointed straight at us. All right, right at the fore portion of that ship, right in front of the ballistae, I'm going to cast Wall of Fire.
Good job.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
like 40 foot high, isn't it?
Okay. I'm gonna switch maps. You won't see me switching maps.
Oh my god, that's a good idea. Oh, that will piss the dragon off, though.
So how big is it? The wall of fire?
This is 60 feet long, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick.
And you're trying to put it across like the front of the ship, like the.
Right across the front, right in front of the ballistae. So
Okay. But you're not actually trying to
Basically.
hit anyone because it won't.
well, anyone that's touching the ballistae, I'm sure it would
Okay. All right.
probably
Yeah,
affect them because 10 feet in front of it, it starts to affect them.
Yeah. They both fail their deck saves, and they're going to take 31 fire damage. Whoops. That's.
How far? The dragon is chained?
It appears to be chained to the deck.
How far away is it?
I mean, it's. Here, I'm gonna switch you maps. I think this is gonna make my life a lot easier than trying to explain this because there is a map for the ship. So I'm basically picturing on the map that where Valem's wall of fire hits, it's gonna come down. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's gonna come down here, like on in between these two giants. I don't know if you can see my line. And it's gonna cut them off from those two ballistae, and then those two frost giants are gonna get hit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Here, we'll do this.
And this can last for up to a minute, too. So
Yeah, that's basically your wall of fire. So it hits those two, and it seemingly cuts them off from their.
I would imagine this is going to obscure their vision as well. So
Mhm.
if they're trying to shoot at us through the fire.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I will. Because they're not shooting at you. They're going to shoot at the airship.
Well, I don't want that to happen either. We
Right.
kind of need that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
totally.
we're basically just cutting them off.
After my little song and dance for the monkey, can I shoot a lightning arrow at the ballista back here?
The one. Yeah. Are you trying? You're trying to hit the giant or the actual ballista?
Just anything in the vicinity, honestly. If I hit the giant, the ballista should be affected because it has like a 5 foot like sparking radius effect.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you can try to do that.
Oops, I have to actually make a shot apparently. Try this.
It's so big I can't like.
So wait, the
Lightning arrow is an additional effect.
25
Just-
to hit, and
so
then
it still hits. It hits the giant, and it's going to take.
So
11
Yep, and then the lightning damage.
Okay, and then the lightning damage he makes a deck save for, which he fails.
And each creature within 10 feet must make the dex or be affected as well. Hence the secondary lightning damage.
Okay, I'm going to try to see if it'll hit.
I also would like to know if I can try some. I'm going to try it anyway.
Okay, well, hang on. Let me figure this out first. So you
Yep.
do an additional 32 lightning damage from that. to the frost giant, and the ballista also will take 43 total.
No. So the 17 lightning damage is the target that the arrow hits. The 15 goes on to the things within 10 feet.
Oh.
Yeah, make an attack roll number. Target takes 4d8 damage on hit, or half as much on
I
save.
see.
10 feet of the target make dex saves, or take 2d8.
Okay, so the ballista then takes 26 damage.
Yeah, I'm essentially just trying to disable the ballista, but also distract the giant,
Right.
because, lightning bolt to chest.
Okay.
28 damage.
Yes, you're right. 28 damage. Okay. Yeah, they all have, I think, 50 hit points. The ballista. So, if you want to keep that in mind, it's got 22 hit points left, at least on that one.
Oh, then I get an extra attack. I'll do it again.
On the ballista, or are you doing the lightning again?
No, I'll take an actual shot at the ballista.
Okay, sure. Roll. That does hit, so it takes another 11.
So we're at 39. It's got 11 left.
11 hit points left. At this point, it's very clear that this is wildly aggressive, what you're doing. And Kendrick is shouting from, like, who all is on, like, at this point, at least a couple of you would be on the ship. Like, is anybody not on the ship? Because I figure if you're doing this, like, is anybody not on the ship?
I was going to go up last, and I have to drop Ape on Reggie before he can climb.
Yeah,
You
so
could
after
just dimension door up.
No, I can't, but that's okay.
Okay.
Is anybody
I
not
mean, I
on
could
the
dimension
ship?
door down and then dimension door you back.
Well, I was going to grab onto the rope last. I'm dropping polymorph on Reggie so he can get up.
Okay.
Oh, if he drops polymorph, then I'll have started climbing up because I can't do anything.
Okay.
I mean, I could have thrown something as the 8, but I'd rather get out of here than fight 20 giants.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would like to try. I'm going to cast telekinesis, and I'm going to hold my action for when a ballista bolt comes at the boat, comes at the airship, and I'm going to try and stop it midair.
Okay. That's, yeah. I mean, that's a thing you can definitely try. So I think at this point the giants are getting screamed at by the giant lord at the back of the ship, who is screaming like, fire at will, kill everything, destroy it, bring it down. I want whatever's on that ship. And I think a couple frost giants have like appeared like off to the side of your lodge, to the lodge that's to the west. They've run out. Clearly something is going on. They can hear the sounds of battle and combat. But they're nowhere near close enough to engage with you yet. But there are several ballistae still in operation, even if they're damaged or impeded by fire. Oh, I see, actually. So actually it takes them an action. They all have to start aiming the ballistae first. So they're all preloaded, the ballistae. But each of them is basically going to start swiveling the ballistae. They look incredibly heavy. These actually look like larger, and again, I think I described that. They look larger than what you have on the ship. But all of them start simultaneously swiveling the ballistae and trying to aim. The two giants in the front are actually putting their hands in the fire effectively to try to swivel. It's clear that they're getting burned as they do so. But they seem, let's say, motivated to do it. So they all begin to aim. And then you have another kind of like, let's call it a round. Everyone can like take an action. But they're all going to aim. If you're still close enough, by the time that all of you finish, they're going to start unloading their ballista at you.
I'd like to roll damage again for Wall of Fire because
Sure,
it's persistent.
yeah.
So
yeah, and like I said, I described. I mean, they're in the fire.
That's 19.
I'm just going to
more.
say that they fail because, again, like I described narratively, that They're meaning to do it, so they're going to take 19 damage.
That's 50 damage on those 2 ballista then too as well. So those should be effectively destroyed now. Didn't you say they have 50 hit points?
Yes, I did. What did they take last time? 30. Oh, you're right.
31
Yeah.
and 19.
So basically,
They
what
are
starts to happen is
consumed in flame.
Yeah, you guys can see as those 2 ballista in the front are just consumed. The frost giants in the front with their hands on them are burning and starting to scream in absolute rage. You will see as you guys you have your opportunity here that the giant in the back, the one who clearly looks like the Giant Lord, he's actually going to start to run toward something on the ship. He's going to run forward on the ship. But you guys still have... Oh, I can't see that. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay.
He's going to sick that dragon on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't think
he's
he
going to
has
just start
control
full
of
out
that right now.
sprinting on the ship.
I'm going to rifle a fireball at that other ballista that hasn't been damaged yet.
And I'll take my shots
also
at
like
the.
Okay, one at a time. Whoa,
One.
please, one at a time. Okay,
That
so
is an awesome roll.
it really is. So yeah, that ballista toward the bottom is just almost explodes in one solid fireball. And actually that frost giant's going to get hit too. Oops, let me just roll a deck save. I don't think he's going to save, but
That was 5 6s.
he literally rolled 2 zeros. Oh my god.
Nice.
This is why we play Blades, people. So he takes 40 damage as this fireball just explodes. The 2 frost giants. What is the range? 150 feet. Oh shit.
150 for fireball.
Oh my god. They're all going to take a shit ton of damage, actually. Okay, I'm going to just start.
Well, the
distributing.
radius is 40
Yeah,
feet.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
20
the
foot
radius
radius,
is
so
20.
40 foot diameter.
Oh. Well, it's still. I think it's still going to hit the 2 next to him, though. 40 feet? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
20 feet, well, 20 feet from the ballista in every direction,
Yeah.
if the ballista was the target.
Well.
Whichever ballista you were going for.
Yeah, that's what I shot was the ballista. So.
Okay. Well. Yeah.
Which one? Which
It
ballista?
still hits.
though?
Yeah. It still hits those 2.
The
so-
one that wasn't hit.
Okay. So yeah, this fireball explodes. It hits the ballista. It hits a bunch of frost giants. You see the Giant Lord in the center, like look at it, scream in absolute rage, but just keeps running. Elizabeth, you're shooting at the other ballista.
Yeah, the original one that I was trying to take out.
Sure. Okay. That hits 12 damage.
So that should take it out.
It's destroyed. Yeah. I think what probably happens is like you fire this arrow with just tremendous accuracy and focus, and it basically pierces one of the frost giant's hands who's trying to swivel it to aim, and it just pierces straight through the ballista, and it kind of hits one of the mountings, and the thing just sort of slides off and seems ineffective at this point.
My second shot, I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark the Giant Lord, and I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Okay.
Distract him from. I'd like to do a very specific shot, so adjust the AC as you want. I want to try and take out like one of his knees or his ankles to try and disable the running, or slow him down.
Okay. I mean, he's big, but you're a
Yeah.
good distance away. But I'll
I
say
have
like,
sharpshooter.
yeah, I'll say like,
I mean, just to adjust as you see fit, but I'm.
that's not going to matter. Yeah. So he takes 11 damage.
Ouch.
It pierces him, but it almost looks like a pin in a massive, and this giant is
Yeah.
like 20 feet tall. So it hits him. He
It's like
doesn't-
stepping on it, like he stutters, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's like stepping on a tack. Like he doesn't seem all that disturbed.
I would like to drop a fireball on him.
Okay, sure. Go for it.
And I'm going to drop it at 4th level.
All the while telling Kendrick, "Go, go, 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 go!"
Yeah, and
Actually, I'm
Kendrick
going to
and the
drop it at
cultists.
5th level.
Kendrick and the cultists are freaking out, wondering why you're still here. Like Kendrick
I'm-
is like, it's time to go. Like what are we?
Well,
what
he
are we-
should go.
Yeah, we're on the ship. We're shooting from the ship.
I
Go!
know, but like
Yeah, go!
he's still like, this is not what they were expecting. Let's say.
Drive!
I think I might re-roll 2 of those.
Well, that's good because I already did all that damage. But yeah,
Well, all right. I won't re-roll 2 of those then.
you're probably not going to drop them. Just being honest.
Probably not, but
Okay. Alton, what are you doing anything?
I told him to start driving as soon as I even got on the rope, so I'm half using my movement speed to climb and still holding my action. If I see anything coming at this ship, it's getting telekinetically
Okay.
stopped.
Yeah, you guys have disabled all the ballastae. I mean, Reggie, you have an action here?
I take a drink of wine. Brandy.
Oh man, what did I sign up for?
That makes total sense. That seems like what Reggie would do.
And how big was the conch? Could it fit in my bag of holding?
It's 20 pounds and it's 2.5 feet long.
Okay, I think that fits.
Okay. Now the ballastae.
So I'll try and shove that in the bag of holding so it doesn't get lost or fall off the ship. Or
Sure.
anything
Okay.
bad.
The ballastae are all broken. The frost giants are panicked and trying to figure out what's going on. The giant lord starts just screaming in giant, bring down that ship! Bring it down now! And he continues to run. It's 40 feet.
This is a wood ship, right?
It is, but it's also built like a castle. Just pointing that out.
Okay.
And as he gets closer, since you guys you've really disrupted, let's say, everything, he's gonna say a thing. As soon as Sean can find it. There it is. Let's see. He speaks a word ooh, no shit. Wait, he's not close enough. I'm sorry. Breaking my own rules here. Never mind. He doesn't say that. He is not close enough to do it. So he's just sprinting like full bore toward the dragon. All of the frost giants are panicked and looking at Storvald. I think you can reasonably tell at this point that that's what's happening here. And he's looking, they're all looking to him. He doesn't know he's just, like I said, he's focused. All he's paying attention to is the dragon. Sorry, I'm just debating.
Still burning.
True, yeah.
While that thing is burning,
thinking, like, I'm trying to see if I should be nice to you guys, or does it make narrative sense for these frost giants to have rocks?
I wouldn't think so on a boat.
On a
honestly.
ship?
I wouldn't either. That's kind of where my brain was. Like, they have ballista
unless
for
they were-
shooting whales. So yeah, I don't think they have rocks. I feel like that doesn't make sense. Otherwise, I could
They're
definitely
not.
throw rocks at you, but I won't.
They might have crates that they could improvise as rocks. Because that's what I was going to ask if I could do as the ape. Like, if I was going to throw a dragon egg or something else. It doesn't have to necessarily be a rock.
That's true. And they do. Okay. You know what?
And I hate to be this person. How big are the ballistas? Is it something they could throw like a spear?
Yes, it would be. But I don't. They aren't trained in spears. I like where your head's at, but I think a few of them are going to take Conrad's advice and start throwing, because they do have barrels and things to throw. Stores and things down below decks that they can chuck. So they won't all throw rocks because that would take 100 years. But they're going to start chucking. Let's call them projectiles. I'm going to have to pull up so many sheets here because your
I want to run to where the air elemental is and maybe encourage him to get us out of here a lot faster. Maybe boost the acceleration. So
Okay.
Press the NOS button.
How?
Wait. Can I use control weather?
Yes, I would definitely let you do that for sure.
Oh!
This fucking rock we've got has control weather on it, and I can make fucking weather. I can make it blow like really fucking fast, right?
Storm over the ship, rock
Yeah.
the boat, baby.
Well, I'm thinking more like speed us up, because
Yeah.
doesn't the ship go faster, like twice as fast if it's
It
got
goes-
a good
I
wind?
think it goes 4 miles faster in good wind and 4 miles slower in bad wind.
Exactly.
That works too.
An 8 mile average or normal speed.
Yeah, I would definitely let you do that. There it is. Okay. So yeah, basically what's going to happen is this is the wrong screen. The frost giants are going to start chucking projectiles. They're going to be at disadvantage, clearly.
I could also make it foggy so they can't see us.
I see.
Speed is better.
13.
Speed is better.
So yeah, that you start to feel. Let's see. So the gondola has AC 13. I'm just gonna like throw 5 of these hits.
Does
Hey, wait a
Alton
minute.
get a chance to catch one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you just want to just catch one of them? Like I don't know how to rule that. That's a weird thing.
Yeah, again, I'm going to link telekinesis. It's technically an object. If it weighs less than 1,000 pounds,
Okay.
I'm technically able to move it. I don't think I'd be able to arrest its momentum, but I just kind of want to shove it off course.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I'll let you do that since you were holding your action. Yeah. So you can basically toss one of them. You just like redirect its course so that it moves away from the ship. So you're gonna deflect one of those. The ship still takes 108 damage.
Oh fuck!
Oh my god.
It
From
has
barrels?
It has a total of 250 hit points. So, I was gonna say that if one of them crit, it hit the balloon, which you really don't want to have happen. So thankfully none of them crit. But yeah, the ship is gonna take 108 damage. Selenda, are you, or I should ask Valem, like, if you're trying to talk to the air elemental, unless you want to just defer to Selenda, how are you trying to motivate it to move faster?
Just based on what I was trained during that whole process, maybe it's feeding off of its wants and needs. Like, you're gonna get laid by some sexy air elemental if you get us the hell out of here. Just
John was unprepared for this question.
just get us out of here. I'll give you some Scooby snacks. Just get us out.
Okay. So, sure. So, Selenda, how are you controlling the weather?
Well, I'm looking at control weather, and it takes 1d4 times 10 minutes for the new conditions to take effect. So
Okay.
I don't know that would help us right away, but I mean, it probably will in the long run.
Okay.
It also might make their ship faster.
That's also true. Okay.
But it's
So I'm trying to figure out, John, how to, like, what to roll to convince a frost elemental or an air element. Do they even?
Nice. Just
they don't have a sail
inconvenient,
either.
not-
They're being rowed. They don't have a sail, so I don't think it would affect them.
I thought they do have that is a rowing ship.
That's a rowboat.
It's true.
I mean, yes, I can use the wind. Should I make it calm, moderate, strong, gale, or storm?
Get it, Storm. Get us out. Go
Moderate.
Fuck us up.
fast as possible. Get us out
Strong
of here.
winds.
Just because you're a quick draw, John, doesn't mean the rest of us want to be.
Strong winds going the direction we want to go.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's gonna take 1d4 times 10 minutes for that to start, though.
Oh my god.
Look, wait.
So it could take up to a half
Are we
hour for
moving?
that to happen. Yeah, we need to.
How fast are we moving versus how fast are they moving? This is now the question.
At this point, you guys are starting to pull away. They're not moving. They're not following yet because you've sown chaos effectively on the ship. The frost giants are trying, because normally they take orders from Storvald. He seems to be in a panic and focused. He's not telling them follow them. Like, that hasn't happened yet. He seems to have his mind on something else. So they're not following.
How far away are we? Are we still like within 120 feet of the boat? Maybe just barely?
You're probably just about to move out of it at that range, but yes.
The very last second, I'm casting silence over the dragon, so even when Storval gets the dragon out, if he tries to issue commands, they can't hear him, and neither can the dragon.
Nice.
Ooh, that's very clever.
Nice.
I don't use spells often. But I'd rather fail
The
him heal.
dragon's currently deafened.
Well, it's not the dragon that's the issue. But hold on, I have to read.
I think Storvald's using some kind of magic to control it.
All these spells I want to try have short ranges.
For the duration, no sound can be created. Okay, so we're getting a little in the weeds here, but I have to measure to see how big this is because this might matter. Nope, it actually doesn't matter. Okay, sure. That is unintentionally a really, really great play. So MVP. So you cast the spell down. The ship is starting to pull away. Basically what's going to happen is Storvald is going to keep running toward the dragon. He gets about there, and you guys are pulling away. He speaks a word, and he doesn't yell it. He doesn't scream it. He just speaks it clearly loud enough to be heard by the dragon or by something in its vicinity. You, I don't think, hear the word. At this point, you're too far away, and as I said, he's not screaming. But he does speak a word, and nothing happens. And then he speaks it again, and nothing happens. He runs up closer. He starts to scream and yell. He's very, clearly full of piss and vinegar. And he just starts screaming the word, Uvenvetter! Uvenvetter! And like nothing is happening. And he will actually at that point basically pull out a weapon. He pulls out a great axe, and he starts like attacking the chains. But he's clearly frantic, and he's just focused on it. And I think you guys, the air elemental gets its shit sorted out. Kendrick and the cult are calmed down enough to be able to like manage the ship, and you guys start to pull away. And
I would like to help us gain height. How heavy is our boat?
I think I can tell you that.
With everybody on it, though.
We've got lift.
Shit, can I not? I don't know if the thing has a weight specifically.
Well, between the balloon giving us air, can I use telekinesis to get us 30 feet higher every round as we pull away?
If you
I
can
want
only,
to pull out
I
of
think
range
it's
as
gonna.
quick
I
as
think it's gonna
possible.
weigh more than 1,000 pounds.
Oh well, worth a try.
Yeah, I like where your head's at, but I don't think. And
Just us. Just us probably weigh about 1,000 pounds.
Exactly. Yeah, all the people on board plus the ship and its stores and everything else. Like I think it's gonna weigh more
Fair
than
point.
1,000 pounds.
Fair point.
So yeah,
All right, then I'll just keep an eye for more crates.
you guys, you see that fires are spreading on the ship from the ballistae and from Valem's wall of fire. You can clearly see down in the far distance, Storvald is screaming and just frantically using the axe to hit these chains that are chaining the dragon down. I'm gonna make a couple attacks for him. Oh, I guess that would help. Okay. So he's attacking the chains, but
I want to take 2 stress to enter the ghost veil.
not quite. I like where your head's at, though.
Okay.
So he actually... Oh, damn, nice. He's so strong. There are 4 chains on the dragon. 2 of the chains snap from his attacks with his great axe. You can clearly see the chains just like slide across the boat almost forcefully as he destroys them, and you're pulling away. He's going to continue to attack. So you might see this off in the distance. At this point, you're probably pretty far away. Is there anything you want to do?
I'm gonna man our ballista. Just in case.
Okay.
Because it's the only thing on the ship I know how to do.
Okay. Anyone else?
When you say we're far away, like, are we just like 50 feet further than we were before? Or
I mean,
are we
you're
like
you're
over the horizon now?
You're probably a couple hundred feet or several hundred feet away. Or you're moving into that distance.
I don't know. I guess if it matters, just keep encouraging that air elemental to
Stroke
punch
it.
it.
Stroke it, John.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Because are we out of giant throwing range?
Yes, very clearly.
All right, then I am going. If Beth's manning the ballista, I'm picking up the next ballista bolt with telekinesis and getting ready to reload for her. If I'm gonna have this spell, I'm gonna abuse it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, and in the very distance that you can't see, Storvald is continuing to attack those chains. So I'm gonna make a couple rolls for him. Ooh, first one misses. Second one does hit. Okay. So yeah, he frees up a third chain, and the other frost giants are clearly trying to put the fires out on the ship and trying to maintain, some semblance of order and saving the ship basically as you guys pull away.
Can they still hear me?
No, not from this distance.
Can I still see them?
Barely. Like they look almost human sized from the distance you're at now. Where? Oh, sorry.
I can't do what I want to do then.
I'm just continuing to burn the ship. So
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And I think at this point you guys are you're far enough away in the distance that the ship is becoming just a tiny, minuscule little toy from where you are. So you can't see anything happening. You can't hear anything, and you pull off past the horizon.
And now I'm going to use control weather.
Yeah, but now it might be. I'm not sure if it'd be better to make a
Fog?
foggy storm so that we can
I
change
can make
direction.
it super foggy, like, for the next 5 miles. So we could get lost in 5 miles of fucking fog.
I think we should do that and then change direction in the fog. So they
Well,
don't-
zigzag, yeah.
yeah.
want to start patching up the ship.
All right, so I'm going to control weather, and I'm going to make it as foggy as this fucking thing will possibly help make it with control weather. That way, even if that dragon does get loose, he can't see us.
I don't know a
Probably
lot
gonna
about
smell
dragons.
that
How are their
egg.
other senses? Yeah, we kind of stole something from it.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't.
I
being you, of
feel
course.
like Storvog stole that from him first, though. It's probably how he was controlling the dragon. That was probably its mother.
Well, at least we have a bargaining tool. If it does come after us, maybe we can
That's what I was thinking of offering it
offer
the egg
egg. Yeah.
if it helps us with Storvog.
So we're
Well,
not safe, but we're safer. We're successful.
and we have the conch? Where's the conch?
It's in
Oh
my
god,
bag.
please don't. Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna cast control weather.
Yeah.
Mending is
I'm
gonna
gonna
have
make
no effect whatsoever on the ship.
Well, a lot. I cast it a lot.
Yeah, you there's a small rip in one of the sails. You repair that, no problem. Somebody's
My
pants,
job here is
somebody's,
done.
Somebody's pants got ripped. Fix those right up too.
I used prestidigitation on my own pants. I won't tell anyone why.
Gross. So, yeah, you guys are off. With this this massive fog cloud that you're using.
It's a 5-mile fog cloud.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's massive. Sure.
Yeah.
Over the water. And yeah, you're just floating. I think after you guys seemingly are out of trouble, Kendrick kind of approaches all of you and says, look, I know we're getting paid for this, and I'm totally willing to keep getting paid, but maybe a heads up that giants, man, what the fuck? Really? What the fuck? What were you
Well,
doing?
we didn't want to worry you.
Kendrick, you
I'm
did a
worried
great-
now.
You did a great job, Kendrick. We're very
Hey, we
proud
got a
of
dragon
the way you
egg.
handled yourself.
Okay, look. Praise is appreciated. Gold appreciated more. But listen, and he's just like, he's totally panicked. Like, he's making all these motions. Look, just a heads up. It's all I'm asking. I know you didn't want to worry me. See how I'm more worried.
Kendrick, heads up, we're dealing with giants.
Also, they had a dragon.
And he just squints at you. He's like, so... at
We
the very
survived.
least,
We knew you could handle it.
Can
It
we
wasn't more
talk
than
about hazard pay? Maybe?
I take out a half bottle of brandy and hand it over to him.
Beth just starts laughing, and it's that like stress laughter of "Oh God, we survived!" hysterics.
And yeah, he looks at you, Reggie, kind of nods a little. He's like, this is a good start, but I want to be very clear. Like, going forward, we got to work on our communication a bit.
Okay.
Noted.
In that case, in the interest of full disclosure, there's a really big ass blue dragon around somewhere. We lost track of it, and a random one just kind of flew up to the boat like less than a week ago.
We killed that, though, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Look, what I mean is, if
You
we're
asked
going
for
to
a
be
heads
flying over like the like fortress, the floating ice fortress of like, giants, and a lot of them. Like a random dragon thing, like, okay, we can deal, that's okay. But this was something else. We should have maybe known. I'm not trying to make a fuss here, but, just going forward, like a little bit of
Fair
a heads
enough.
up. That's all I'm asking for.
Noted.
Yeah.
You still
I don't think you're
survived.
asking for too much.
It's like, yes, ma'am. Speaking to you, Selene, he's like, survival's great, but I would like to do more than that. Thrive and flourish. But I'll leave you to your stuff. We can chat about this later, hopefully. Kind of like has that look like he suspects you won't give him a heads up next time either. So yeah, you guys are on a very damaged airship, and you're floating in a fog cloud in the middle of the ocean.
I
What-
see.
Where are we
Yes.
navigating towards?
I think
Away.
we go east, and then I'm thinking Mirabar is probably the closest, safest spot to touch down.
And use the conch.
I was
And then-
almost thinking a coastal city
The,
for
the
someone to help us fix the boat.
But the frost giants are on the coast, so that's why I was thinking of going inland, so they don't
Find us.
spot us
accidentally.
or. And there was that human that was in the frost giant's place that teleported out or whatever, or disappeared. So they have humans with them, either voluntarily or under duress. But if there are people who are reporting to the frost giants, they might be on the coast too. So, but yeah, Mirabar is a distance, but I think it's about as far as Neverwinter, and I wouldn't trust any of the close cities just because they're probably were some of the first targets of
Probably.
frost giant
Most
attacks.
of them were already destroyed.
Yeah, I know Bryn Chandra was destroyed. Luskin, we heard about attacks.
I don't want to go to Luskin anyway. Trust me, it's not a nice place.
Well, Mirabar it is, I guess.
I mean, there's also, other places along the coast, but it's your choice.
I mean, we could just go to Hundlestone. That's real close. We don't know anybody or anything about it, but
That might be too close, though.
I think Mirabar is good because we're gonna need to
Similar
chill
to
out
what
to
you
get
said, if they have humans
prepared.
working for them, the humans might be close by.
to Mirabar.
yeah, but no, yeah. And how far is Mirabar?
It's quite a haul.
So it's going to be a little over a day and a half. Looks like.
The ship still seems solid enough to make the journey, right?
Yeah, I mean, pending calamity, if you come into contact with anything, you might have some issues, but I mean, it'll
Yeah,
fly.
that's the thing
Yeah.
I'm worried about. Is just if anything happens to us in the day and a half before Mirabar, then we crash our airship and are stuck somewhere in the spine of the world. if we land in Hundlestone, we can get there in like 6 hours, or maybe.
But
maybe
we don't know
12
anything
hours.
about the situation in Hundlestone being this close to the Frost Giants.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say something crazy, and I admit it's crazy, even for a halfling, crazy halfling at that. But I'm gonna drop my voice down and look around so that there are none of the cultists in earshot. This boat is owned by a guy named Klauth. Should we bring it back to him to get fixed?
No.
No.
I said it was crazy. I'm just putting it out there.
Do we want Cloud's help dealing with that other blue dragon?
No.
No, I was just saying, get the
No,
boat.
I know, but-
We've got the conch.
Not right now.
We're gonna get teleported anyway. We technically don't need the ship.
We just need the rest, and then
Well, we assume we don't need the ship. We don't know what we're headed into. All this is going to do is take us to the storm
Court.
giants. There could
Fair
be a lot more to this than that.
All right, fair point.
But we're not going to get the ship. I mean, yeah, we'll have to leave the ship behind. We're not taking it with us. I'm sure this.
Yeah, I mean, we would leave Kendrick in charge, and they would try to get it fixed.
Well, if we had to,
The tires.
if we head to Mirabar, we'll be flying over the Clouthen Vale. So if something bad does happen and we need to quickly land, we can try and get the cultists to land us somewhere they know maybe they know safer areas in that place for hiding from other things when they're flying an airship around.
did we ever confirm that these cultists have actually known or met Klauth and they're not just saying,
Crazy.
yeah, like that would be my concern personally.
They didn't seem very powerful based on our encounter with the giant. They died pretty quickly, so I don't think someone as weak as they are would just come to own an airship like this without someone like Klauth.
Just because they're not strong doesn't mean they didn't have startup funding from who knows what other nonsense.
Dragons do tend to like people that worship them as well. So
I feel like that says
Oh,
something.
I think they like having people that worship them. I don't think they actually like people that worship them. I don't think they actually like people.
yes, they don't. Yeah, they generally don't like people. And what is that supposed to mean, Alton?
You do have a cult.
Not by choice.
That's kind of the point.
Well, I don't like them. Why do I have to have stupid cultists, though?
Ah, so it's not the fact that you have a cult that bothers you, it's the fact that you have that cult that bothers you.
I think lack of education is kind of a requirement to fall into a cult.
Probably.
Interesting.
So,
Head to Mirabar, I guess. It's in the same general direction, and it's the one place we all agreed is a good stop, so.
And we at least we've made some friends there.
It's also landlocked for the most. Well, Yeah.
Rivers, but that
I don't think that Frost Giant could get their ship down the river. Maybe
Not-
they could, but
it'd probably be too.
narrow, shallow.
I was thinking even just like it would make it too much of a target. It wouldn't be able to maneuver at all. Like it wouldn't be able to turn around or change direction.
They might have to fix it up a little after you guys wrecked it. But it did.
So Mirabar then.
Okay, so you guys are heading to Mirabar then. From my estimation, from the Burg of the Frost Giants, it's about 340 miles. Even
Okay.
if we give you guys a little bit, I mean, it's going to be almost 300 miles. If you're traveling at 12 miles an hour, which you're not, at 8 miles an hour, you can travel 192 miles a day. So it'll take you almost 2 days. A day and 12 to 18 hours, somewhere in there.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys have some time before you arrive. Kendrick is of course more than happy to head inland from whatever nonsense this was. The cultists still seem wary of Kendrick and his colleagues, but you know they're letting it happen for what it's worth. Yeah, the ship is, like I said, it's damaged. It's there's some areas you might have to avoid watching your feet, especially on the lower decks, because there's a possibility of your foot's going to fall through from where the crates damage the ship. But it'll fly.
I mean, if we're able to do some, if we're able to do some minor repairs while we're doing, maybe for the next day, we kind of work on that too.
Okay.
So I'm sure there's something aboard, maybe crates or barrels that we can salvage wood from and
Spare bunks.
fix up some holes and.
I mean, they've got to have some spare parts to fix on the go.
I mean,
just
I
in
don't know that
case.
Clout would have cared enough to supply them with that.
Oh, Cloud.
But yeah, I mean, there's probably some crates and stuff you can take apart if you want to. So yeah, you can spend your day and a half trying to make some repairs. How I assume you guys take a long rest. I'll give you that, so you can have all your spells and hit points back.
I'm going to spend some time with the dragon egg.
Okay. What do you?
Let's Oh, go ahead.
What are you trying to accomplish?
She's just basically going to talk to it in Draconic, and she's going to try and figure out if she can tell how long it is from hatching.
Okay. All right. So you'll take a day.
I get together, or I take the conch out and go to Beth and Alton and say, do you guys want to try and figure out how this works, since you speak giant and you're both kind of magical?
I don't speak giant.
Well, I know,
can
but-
definitely
No, I
try the
speak
magic
giant.
Yeah,
part.
she speaks giant, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's give it a go.
I figure together.
She
I'm
can
out of
read
my
it to me
depth
at
with
least.
this, so.
So basically, what is required here, I will just tell you, is that someone has to attune to it.
We have scrolls of identification as well, by the way.
I'll attune to it. I've got no magic items,
Okay. So you
and I'm known
basically-
for.
you-
I have a history of bad decisions.
Yeah. You basically spend the day with the shell, kind of like mulling it over, looking at it, putting your hands on it. And yeah, you do attune to it. And
Shiny.
I will show this to you guys.
Ooh, it's
Fancy.
And yeah, you learn how it's used.
interesting. That would be a really sweet item if it wasn't to a specific place. All right, so this is definitely what we needed.
Yes, indeed.
So. All right.
I guess the other thing we need to do is, based on our previous discussion, is give Kendrick one of the sending stones.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I will give him
Agreed.
mine. The one that I have.
Okay.
Which I think is paired to what Celenda's or Beth's.
I think so.
Okay.
I know we have two. I know I had one. I don't remember who had the other one.
I have one. Yeah.
And the
I
other
didn't take
two are
one
probably
'cause I
in the,
could cast sending, so I didn't take one. So I think
the other two are probably in the bag of holding because we didn't have
Those
enough.
are for somebody else.
It would have been
Oh,
like
well.
me and Bellion probably, but then Bellion.
No, that was for my ship. That was for my ship.
Those
captain.
those were.
They were for the ship captain. Yeah, I know, but like, oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, but if we hadn't,
Sil and Beth keep theirs. Reggie, you
Yeah,
take one and just give the other to Kendrick. Yeah.
yeah, we'll do it that way.
Okay. So you guys pass out your sending stones. Kendrick is probably a little finicky, asking you guys like, so where are we headed? What's next on the agenda? more giants, or what's up with the shell thing?
I'm
Is
gonna hatch a dragon.
or here's the thought: we could just not do that. We could sell it and
Are
probably
you
make
scared?
no, not at all. Profit though.
You sound scared.
We had an agreement about payment. We haven't seen any yet, and it's a fresh journey. I get it. But something like that, worth quite a few coin, I think. So maybe
Don't you
we
think a baby dragon would be worthwhile to have around?
well, coin though I can spend. Just pointing that out.
Mm,
Can't.
I take the mammoth tusk goblet that I have, and I give it to Kendrick.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. He looks.
75 pounds worth of mammoth tusks. I think that's worth.
See, you get it. We're learning. We're building a relationship. I respect totally. And like you see Omar and Lamar kind of over his shoulder, like watching, and their eyes go a little wide when they see the mammoth tusk. He's like, "This, yeah, we're great." Tries to give you a thumbs up with the massive the massive mammoth tusk in his hands. He's like, "We're great, perfect, awesome. I'm gonna go below decks. We'll talk later, I'm sure.
Glad to make you happy, Kendrick. Good to have you with us.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thank you, sir." Kind of like gives you like a half-ass salute, and he like wanders off with his boys.
Well, he's easy to please.
Pretty.
That's gonna nudge Slinda. He's going to go polish his horn.
Bump.
You're getting it. I'm so proud.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That was really good, Beth.
So yeah, you guys heading east toward Mirabar with the ship. Alton has attuned to the horn. You have a quiet journey back. You guys are able to rest, and Kendrick and his gents seem very happy with their payment thus far. And yeah,
They should be.
takes you like I said, maybe no more than 18 hours to get to in the vicinity of Mirabar. Kind of flying south of the spine of the world, and yeah, so you guys get near Mirabar. What are you doing?
Can I tell how far along the dragon egg is?
Oh, sure. Yeah, sorry. We'll need to roll something.
Okay.
I don't know. Nature, Arcana.
Arcana would be better for me.
Okay. Roll Arcana. Okay, it's not bad.
I have advantage on this because I'm.
I mean, you weren't
That's
hatched,
persuasion.
so.
How you don't know how I was born?
Also, that's persuasion checks. So unless you're trying to persuade the egg to tell you what to do or how far along it is.
I mean, I could probably message the dragonling inside far enough along.
I mean, it's pretty close. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna roll because I don't know how else to resolve this. I mean, it's pretty close, within a few weeks, probably.
Interesting. She's gonna assume she has to keep it cold as well.
Probably a safe assumption to make.
Yeah. I'm sure with all of her ice magic, she can do that pretty easily.
Sure. Okay.
What are you going to do with that when we teleport away?
Take it with us?
You're just gonna carry a dragon egg into the Court of Storms.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Also, I suspect that Tressum isn't too pleased with the egg either.
Why?
I mean, it's an egg, and the Tressum is basically a cat.
I don't know. My cats don't mind eggs.
Yeah, but my cats like to knock them off countertops.
Right. That's yeah.
I mean, it's a 4-foot egg. And it's like a couple 100 pounds. I don't
But
think
also, I mean,
I've got to worry.
Tressum are inherently magical creatures. Dragons are very magical creatures. The Tressum can probably sense something about the egg that upsets the Tressum. Like, the Tressum is not going to be friends with a dragon, if that's your idea.
I mean, the Tressum can't tell that it's also the same type as Celinda.
True, but just something to think about going forward.
I mean, she's not going to force the Tressum to be around it. That's fine.
Stop
Over on.
pets. Stop it.
Yeah, who's the ranger here? Remind me.
I didn't think this through, okay?
No.
This is a theme.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, like,
Yup.
surprise, surprise.
So for the record, you've collected a cult, a Tressum, a dragon egg. Your scalings is very off.
Not to mention the number of enemies surrounding the fact that, the cult and the dragon egg.
What? Who did I make enemies with the cult?
The cult themselves made enemies, remember?
Well, they're stupid. They can all just fuck off.
All right, so you
Well,
guys are.
just leave the egg with the cultist. No, that sounds like a bad idea. If I leave it with Kendrick, he'll sell it.
Oh, wait. Mirabar? No, I'm thinking.
What about that old guy we teleported to?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. We could take it to Waterdeep.
What?
What?
There's
No.
you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Crowan?
Everlund.
Yeah, Crowan.
Oh, that'd be interesting. I could.
Mind
probably
you, I
take it to
don't-
Crowan.
I don't recommend showing up on his doorstep with it. Maybe asking first.
Well, I don't have sending, so one of you guys would have to send to him.
We have not met him.
Yes, you have.
I met him.
I thought Valem had met him as well
When?
when we were in
No.
Everland.
No. We've said this a number of times. You went upstairs by yourself.
Yeah,
We went back
work
there
out.
recently.
No, we went back there, and you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys were at the Tower of the Moon with me, or Moongleam Tower.
I know. Yeah, I
We were
know it's
getting
Reginald,
drunk at
but I
the
went
tavern.
there.
I thought I went shopping to get arrows.
I
They
stayed on
did,
the
but
boat.
then I had to go get them because one of them had the.
Reggie.
Yeah, was Reggie the only one that went with me?
I think
I don't
so.
remember if Valem was there or not. I think actually Valem was there because we went and sold some of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Valem was with us.
The magic breastplates and or one of them and some of the other things.
You guys came, and then you guys left early.
All right, so you want me to ask him if we can take a giant egg to him?
It's not a giant egg; it's a dragon egg. Ask him if
It's
he'd
giant. It's pretty big.
okay.
It's a pretty big egg. So we're gonna bring a dragon egg to him in Everland.
If he's okay with that, would he be interested in one? It's a white dragon egg. I don't know.
So you come up with a non-sarcastic way for me to respond to him, and we'll see about
Would he
making
be
this happen.
interested in obtaining a white dragon egg that's about to hatch?
Well, let me propose, I guess, a scenario to you. He's a wizard, yes?
Yes.
What's going to stop him from doing things to it? I don't think he's just going to keep
I
it
don't
and
think
hatch it.
Crowan would do that.
You don't think someone would study a dragon egg if they had the opportunity to do so?
I don't think he would do anything terrible to it. He might charm it. What do you think he might do to it?
I don't know wizards. Wizards study stuff. They experiment on things. That's
He's a
my
nice.
assumption.
I don't think he would do that.
So what would you like me to say to him? Hey,
Just
I've met you for about 30 seconds. I have this egg I'm going to bring you.
just tell them that Celinda has a white dragon egg and is wondering if he'd be interested in acquiring it for purposes.
Research.
No,
Because that's what he's going to use it for. Just throwing it out there again. He's going to
I
research.
mean, having a white dragon for protection on the tower might be nice. I don't know.
You assume that it's something that'll be tameable.
I mean, he's a wizard. He could probably charm it. You know,
It's
magic
your egg,
circle.
Celinda. You decide exactly what you want to do with it, and let's get it done.
Well,
We
it can't
haven't-
hurt to ask him.
Well, you
Then
come up with the
tell-
message, and then
yeah.
I'll relay it. You decide the message. I'll relay it.
All right, give me a minute. Meanwhile, we can probably move on.
Okay.
We have to.
Meanwhile,
We have to get the ship fixed.
So you're basically, a couple miles out from Mirabar. You're like right there if you want to land, or if you want to, I don't know, land the ship in the city. Like, what is your plan here while you're in this area?
Figured landing outside was the best bet last time, I believe.
Really, I think nearby, so we can arrange some repair crews or something.
Is there a shipyard or anything on the river?
That is
Not a
question.
probably not an airship yard.
Yeah, I mean, there would be
Not an airship yard, but they'd be the ones who are most likely to have the materials and equipment to repair any kind of ship.
Yeah.
I mean, considering the simplicity of this one, yeah. I mean, there's no damage to like the balloon and stuff, or we wouldn't have been able to fly. We just need body work.
I mean, we shouldn't land it in the river. I doubt we're watertight, but
Yeah, you could get some flames painted on it while you're in town.
But yeah, we might be able to go to there's probably docks there, and we could probably get a repair crew from there.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys can do that. Who is negotiating for the repairs to the ship?
I could do that.
I was kind of assuming it would be Alton, but yeah, it's up to you guys.
Well,
Alton knows nauticalness.
Yeah.
He knows boats. He knows the guys who work on boats.
and we're far enough away that hopefully I don't know any pissed off sailors here.
Hopefully. I mean, this is like a sled with a balloon, though. This isn't a ship.
No, I mean it's a ship. There's sleds underneath it, but it still has like the shape and things of a ship.
Okay.
I'm going to ask ahead of time, what's my budget here? Because this is... Sailors don't work for free in the best of times.
I don't know how much money we have, to be honest.
I mean, I'd say if they can keep it under maybe 500 gold.
Why don't you get an estimate, and then we'll decide whether it's doable or
That
not.
works. All right. I will descend. I'm assuming we're staying outside the city, but close enough to if they have a shipyard or docks or anything like that to get to relatively quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with Alton since I have a bag of holding full of gems and money, just in case they need a little bit of payment up front.
Okay.
You are a wiser man than I.
I do a lot of business.
So yeah, you guys approach the docks, and you see what you expect to see and hear what you expect to hear. There's people moving back and forth, loading ships, unloading ships. There's sawing and hammering and working going on some of the older, more derelict ships. There's like two or three, middle-aged folks, two women and a man who are kind of chit-chatting, smoking pipes. Just kind of overseeing the operations. I mean, Alton, I think you can pretty well recognize that they're sort of ship captains, watching their crews and making sure work is getting done. Or not necessarily, I shouldn't say ship captains, but they're people who clearly work on the docks and they belong here.
Awesome. I will wave and, oh there, do you have a moment?
And one of the women just sort of like, she's got her hands across her chest. She says, I suppose that depends for what?
Simply need a bit of information. I have a ship in need of repair. Who should I talk to?
Well, She says, "Old Bones here is the shipmaster, dock master." Points to the woman next to her, and Bones is this hardy-looking lady, probably like late 40s, gray hair spilling over, kind of looks at you. She's got a big pipe in her mouth. I shouldn't have said that, and she just kind of nods in your direction. Says, "I'm in charge of the dock here. Something you'd be needing, I suppose it's me you're talking to. Don't see you pulled into a ship, though."
It's a special order. Let's put it that way. It's a ship that flies, and it needs repair. Mostly just the bodywork, which is that of a normal ship. But
You got a flying ship?
I shit you not.
She kind of like grins a little. Well, can honestly say I've never had someone offer me that before. How much damage to the ship?
About 4 giant thrown barrels.
Yeah, some.
You lost control with giant barrels?
No, a giant threw barrels at me.
She just sort of like looks away and just like shakes her head, like in disbelief. You know what? I don't need to know what you did to your ship. Probably just crashed it. That's fine. You need to make up a story. I get it.
My lady, I can prove it if you'd like.
You telling me you got giants here with you that are going to tell me that they attacked a ship?
No, but I can bring you the ship and you can look at the damage. There is no way this was done in a crash.
Look, little man.
I want you to see it anyways. Give me an estimate on what it's going to take. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's more than fair.
All right.
Why don't we take a walk? Kind of looks at the other two, that she was standing with, and they both kind of shrug, and the other woman you were talking to just like looks at her with this sort of dismissive laughing look, like, I can't believe you're dumb enough to fall for whatever this is. And she sort of like, struts over to you, and like I said, not a small lady, just kind of looks down at you. She says, "Well, let's get to it.
This way. You're a busy woman. I'm a busy guy."
And she kind of looks down at you. She says, "Don't need you hitting on me, all right?"
Oh, ruin my fun before I even get started.
Yeah,
and keep
so.
Walking.
And yeah, she'll follow you out to the ship, the couple like mile or whatever, however you're keeping.
Probably not even a mile, probably just a half mile. You probably see it as like as soon as we turn from where we are, you can see the balloon if nothing else.
Yeah, and she as you get closer, she kind of stops, crosses her arms across her chest. "Well, I'll be damned. That's quite a sight. Where'd you say you got this ship?"
I didn't.
Right.
Friend of our friends.
Well,
I give you my word. There's nothing illegal about its obtainment.
No,
that I'm aware.
Just stop. I already don't believe you. Whatever keeps me innocent, and it doesn't get me in trouble with the law. I'm just trying to get paid here. Let's go take a look. She kind of like walks up.
The more people I tell the truth to, the more I'm called a liar. I should start lying and see if it works the other way around.
And yeah, she kind of turns back and like squints at you when you say that, and then just goes back to examining the ship. She like walks the whole way around it, and she's clearly fascinated by the balloon, but she's not saying anything.
Careful at that end there. There's a draft.
Sure, I don't want to know what you're saying to me. Look, this is pretty extensive damage. I mean, I can get it fixed. Take a couple days. A few days, maybe. Also, you were thinking I was going to do the work here? Because Doc's back that way.
Oh, no. Let's put it this way. If I flew this up right next to Mirabar and landed, what do you think the response would be?
What do you think the response is going to be when you drop it in the dock so I can fix it?
I think there's someone who's going to say there's a reason that a ship just landed here out of the sky.
Whatever you say. Look, I never done fixed anything like this before. What were you thinking as to cost? And here I want you to roll me, I think, a persuasion check.
All right.
Nice.
I'm thinking it depends on how much lumber is needed because I'll be honest, I can sail them. I've never built one. So,
Right. Well, just glancing at it now, I'm thinking I can't figure we can do it on less than 250. I mean, it's a lot of damage, and I never worked on anything like this before. So, can we
Would you
set-
take payment in gemstones?
She kind of looks and squints at you. She says, "You can get him appraised, trading for coin in the city."
Fair enough.
probably best, all things considered.
All right.
This lady has seen enough for one day, I think.
I'm gonna have to assemble a crew.
No doubt of that. There's a crew on there. I'll let them know that we're moving it in. Do you have a specific... I'm not sure she's watertight, is my current issue.
We got the dry dock. We'll have to make some arrangements to get it settled right, but we can get it done.
Fantastic.
All
How
right.
much time do you need before we move the ship over there?
Give
Like
me-
a couple hours?
Yeah, 3-4 hours just to get everything prepped. We'll get it ready for you. It's gonna make a
Much
hell of a story, you know. Telling everybody I done worked on an airship.
And
Craziness.
best kind of stories are always true.
What this world is coming to, I can't even.
Oh, trust me, this... Once you fall off the deep end of Strange, you think you hit the bottom, then you're not there.
I'm sure I don't want to know anymore.
Me too.
I'll get everything ready and get everything settled for you. I'll see you in a few hours. Sound good?
It's a pleasure doing business with you, Bones.
Indeed. She kind of turns back and starts to walk away, and she like occasionally stops to turn back and look at the airship and just shakes her head in disbelief. So you
I
guys
look
got
at
that
Reginald.
settled.
Why does everyone tell me I'm lying when I tell them the truth?
Because the truth is stranger than, yeah.
Well,
that-
you tell such tall tales, and you're such a short guy.
I probably morph you into a newt.
Now, Alton.
So yeah, you guys you arranged for ship repairs. You can just go into town and get your gems switched out for coin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get these 5 gems worth 50 gold each, appraised, and ideally get 250 gold for them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Use that to pay.
While you guys are in town, you're gonna have a couple days, I think. What are you doing? How are you spending your time?
Well, do we get a sending back from Kerwin?
Oh yes. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, Valem, you get a sending back that says I'll probably fuck up the count. Give me a second, but it's most definitely interested in a dragon egg. Might I
Okay.
ask how you came about it? You know where to find me.
Does he want to know before we bring it?
That's just his curiosity. You know, I think that's Crowan style.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask again. Basically, what I would relay to Celinda is that he's willing to take it, but you're gonna have to explain where you got it when you get there.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna try and take this fucking thing to Kerwin.
How are you going to move it through the city?
I don't know because they don't have levitate anymore.
Let's go rent a cart.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rent a car or something.
Okay. And, I mean, you're going to have to... Like, if people see you rolling a dragon egg through the city...
Yeah. A cart, a horse, and a tarp.
Yeah, a cart, a horse, and either like a tarp or a really big blanket.
Okay.
I recommend tarp instead of blanket. You want to keep it cold.
True.
Smart.
I mean, I can keep it cold, no problem.
Okay. So you guys rent a cart and a horse, and a tarp or a blanket, whatever. However much that'll cost you.
Well,
we
a
only
cart
need it
is
for-
only like
I mean, we only need it for like the day.
Right.
So I'm just gonna give
a
the guy
rental.
like 50 gold. If anyone complains that it's too, I mean, I'm sure that's way more than
Yeah, that's way more than what he would ask.
Ask no questions. I'll tell
So,
you no.
yeah, I'm
lies.
just gonna be like, we just need this. We'll bring it back by the end of the day. Here's 50 gold, and just so that he's like, oh yeah, sure, here you go. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, and that's definitely
We
what would
got,
happen.
we got something to burn.
Okay. Sure. So, Selenda, you're going to go teleport yourself back to Everland?
yeah.
Okay, so you do. We can just sort of like fast track this. Like, what do you tell Crowan?
I'm gonna basically tell Corwin the truth that we stole it from Jarl Storvig.
Use the word rescued.
We liberated it from Jarl Storvig.
Liberated it. Good call.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Crowan, as an academic, a man with certain interests, he's definitely interested in the dragon egg. He will definitely ask you about what happened at Svardborg, and you can relay that information to him.
Yeah, she'll tell him the truth.
He kind of asks, like, what are your expectations for the dragon egg?
I just don't want it hurt. Unless you have to. Like, if it attacks you when it hatches, I mean, I wouldn't be upset if you had to put it down, but if you could somehow tame it or charm it or just don't hurt it.
Okay. All right. So those are your sort of requests, your expectations. I get it. All right.
Yeah. She's just like, she doesn't mind if he studies it as long as he doesn't like hurt it or fucking mentally scar it or some shit.
Okay. All right. He'll keep that in mind. So, you guys have a couple days in Mirabar, a couple days downtime. What are you doing? How are the rest of you spending your time?
Well, okay, so when Selenda gets back, assuming it's still just a day, I would want to get together with everyone and say, well, should we just use the conch now, or should we get more? We already bought some potions last time we were here.
I'm not against using it while we're here, but again, we might want to give Kendrick a heads up, as promised, that we're going to disappear and maybe leave the bones, was it? The money for the repairs? I mean, we don't know how long we're going to be gone, but if the repairs are going to take a few days, we might be back in time, but we also don't want to go missing and leave Kendrick high and dry.
I do agree with that. I think Kendrick deserves a few days off. I'm sure he can.
Yeah,
I
he
concur.
probably is going to want to sell that horn and squander his money.
So, if Kendrick doesn't hear from us and say he's got one of the sending stones, if we don't contact him in like 4 days, fly off and good luck.
Actually, I'm not sure how much Beth would understand how sending stones work. So, but isn't there an issue if, like, we don't know where this conch is taking us? What if we're too far away for the sending stones to work?
I think it works.
I don't
Anywhere.
think there's not a distance limitation.
Metaing. I'm not talking necessarily distance, but planetary.
Yeah, also metaing, this is a conch cast teleportation, not plane shift. So
Okay.
we'd be on the same plane.
Okay.
I think my Arcana check was high enough that I could tell people that, so it's not actually metaing.
Sorry, I'm just looking at. I think it's the way it was portrayed and the way I wrote it down. I'm like, shit. Wait, which way are we going?
I was thinking about
I wasn't
that
thinking about
too,
the
like,
actual spell cast.
Maybe it's
Okay.
It's but when Sean showed it to us with it casts teleportation. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, that's on this plane. So
Okay. Cool. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, one more concern is I wouldn't mind a day in a comfortable bed and a good meal before we do whatever this is, because it's the final countdown, guys. This is it.
It's the final countdown.
Couldn't help it.
I kind of agree.
I would like to buy Slater more trail mix.
Okay. So you guys
Kind of
are-
MVP the scouting of the entire Frost Giant settlement for us. The imp deserves a reward.
Okay. So you guys are going to take a day to rest. Get rooms in an inn if you'd like. Why can't? Oh, there it is. If you're looking for a fine inn, I mean, you're looking at almost a gold per day.
That's fine.
For you guys, that's practically nothing. But yeah, you guys can take a day, rest, recuperate. Kendrick, Lamar, and Omar are, let's say, they're enjoying the city. They've got some gold in their pockets, and they're meeting some new folk, meeting some new friends.
out of curiosity, how much was that horn worth for the drinking
750
thing?
gold.
Okay, yeah, they're good then.
Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
be good. They're gonna be good for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys, you rest up, catch your breath.
But before we do that, if you don't, Beth's gonna go to Reginald and ask to buy a bottle of his finest.
Oh, Beth is buying booze?
Do you want? I mean, fine. I have. I should have plenty of wine left still. I only got like 2 bottles of brandy left. Which would you? Brandy's more expensive in terms of it's my personal brandy. But I got some good wines if that's what you want.
Whatever you're willing to part with.
All right, I'll just I'll take out one of the finest years from I don't know what year we're in, but 1638 vintage.
Aged X many years.
I think
This
it's
is-
14 something.
Well, this is from the future, so it's super good. It's aged in reverse. It travels back in time. It's 200 years old. So yeah, it's but I'll just give it to you free of charge.
Beth will thank you. I'm assuming she and Cylinder are sharing a room.
Probably.
Yep, she's gonna walk into the room and on the like one of the bedside tables or like the dresser and say, "We're doing this tonight."
What do you think we're doing tonight exactly?
Getting shit faced, and she's gonna crack the bottle.
That is not what I was expecting, but okay.
Needless to say, Beth is terrified of what's to come.
You know that's probably going to give you a headache in the morning, right?
I don't have any idea what to expect, and I don't want to know until it happens.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, so Elizabeth and Selenda get drunk. Is anybody else doing anything specific while they're in the city?
I think Valem, especially since the last couple encounters, he's starting to realize the mortal risk here and wanting to do something profoundly good before potentially dying. I know Mirabar is predominantly a rich city and whatnot, but maybe he goes to help a free clinic or something like that. Maybe people who are having a hard time, medical issues and
Well,
stuff.
there's-
Just offers his services.
Yeah, in fact, there's a lot of displaced people. You met some before, or I think Alton did. There's a lot of refugees. People are fleeing from just about every direction. Wherever the giants show up,
Xanthar's Keep, yeah.
Xanthar's Keep. People fled from Brand Shander.
Yeah.
Giants are roaming the world, and that displaces a lot of folk. So it is unfortunately not difficult for you to find people to help.
Sure. And what I'll probably do is try to, I don't know, construct a tent or something like that. Try to bring people in. I'll cast a lot of create food and water just for anyone that needs, and then obviously offer it up like free medical services if anything that's required.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can definitely spend your time doing that. Okay. Some of you are getting drunk. Some of you are helping the locals, you know, to each their own.
Hey, I'm not playing my doctor this time. I got enough of that on Sunday.
Alton, Reginald, how are you spending your day?
I'm soaking all my joints because
Sure.
it was really cold,
Yeah.
and
That is
I gotta
not
be
what my
limber
grade went.
for whatever happens next.
Okay. Alton?
After spoiling Slater slightly, I'm going to let him have the rest of the day off, and I'm going to go carousing around the docks. I'm a sailor. These are my people.
And it doesn't take you long to find Kendrick and Lamar and Omar. They have basically been in a several hours long state of stupor, surrounded by prostitutes and working folk, let's say, and they will happily invite you to their revelry. You know, they just got paid, and you know what that's like. So they are.
I do.
They are enjoying their windfall. So yeah, you guys all spend your day differently. You all get your rest. You know, and you meet up presumably, you know, the next day or so. I'm assuming you all meet back at the ship, which is still being repaired down at the dry docks. But Bones has put together, you know, a crew of people, and they're laboring intensely. It's, you know, Bones is having trouble wrangling some of these folk because some of them get so distracted by the fact that they're working on a flying ship. I mean, that's the kind of thing you write home about.
It needs a name.
That's true, actually.
Does it maybe already have one?
I don't care what the cult is called. We are not calling the boat Steve.
Isn't it bad luck to rename a ship?
Bodie McBoatface.
Well, if it had a name, it would be on the side. I think we would have noticed it by now. I look around just to make sure.
Out of curiosity, where have the cultists been in all this?
They won't leave the ship. They've been on the ship the entire time. The crew are having to work around them. And the cultists don't seem too happy about it. But they understand the necessity of it, but they won't leave the ship.
Don't mind our colleagues. They're...
Particular.
That's a good word.
Yeah, I mean, for as much as you're paying Bones, you know, she'll handle it. She's got it. You know, she'll get the job done.
But yeah, does the boat have a name?
You haven't given it one.
The Flying Steve.
You know what? Sure.
What? No.
Let's call this one the Phantom Menace.
I mean, we did disappear in a cloud of fog.
Yeah?
Okay, so
Giant's Bane.
Barrel's Bane.
Target practice.
The float boat.
The party yacht.
So you guys spend your day trying to figure out what to name the ship, and then after that,
Yeah. Go somewhere secluded and use the
Inform
conch.
Kendrick.
Oh yeah, tell Kendrick we're leaving a day or two. We'll contact him via Sending Stone. If he needs to contact us via Sending Stone, it works once a day. Hopefully we'll be back soon, but if he doesn't hear from us, I don't know. We're probably dead. So
Let's give
If he
ourselves
doesn't hear
about
from us, ...
let's say a week. Give us a week.
Okay. Yeah, he's surprisingly somber about the whole thing. You know, he clearly hungover and more than a little exhausted, but you know, he understands the gravity after what he saw at the Frost Giant Berg. You know, he sees now like the kind of shit you're in for. So you know, he takes it seriously, and he respects it. They're gonna stay in Mirabar for a couple days until the ship is fixed, and after that, they'll probably just fly around and wait for you, wait to hear from you. He does that thing where he doesn't give you the impression that he expects you to die. Like he fully expects you to reach out once everything's done. That sort of confidence building thing. And yeah, he and Omar and Lamar kind of back off. And are you guys going to use the conch?
She
Absolutely.
gives him her parents' name just in case she dies.
Okay, sure, you can do that. You can all have done that if you want. You know, given Kendrick some directions for your family and everything, and what you want said over your grave. If you want, you don't have to. Yeah, and you separate off, and Alton, you know that how you operate the shell is to blow into it.
I'm a long-winded and loud little bastard. It shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
So, do we all hold hands, or do we all hold the shell, or?
I mean, if
Everyone
you
touches
wanna
the
hold
conch.
hands.
Let's just huddle up. Everyone huddle up.
All right.
Okay. So you guys all put hands on the conch, and Alton raises it, or with your assistance, helps
I
you
was
raise
gonna
it.
say bullshit.
we're all
I'll
holding a
climb
little
the
bit.
damn thing.
Right, yeah. So you are all helping him to hold it up to his lips, and then Alton blows, and you are blinked out of existence. And I think now would be a good time for a break.
Yes.
Yay, break.
and unmute everybody. Okay, now, okay, so you guys blink out of existence, and you. I guess I can close these. You reappear. You should see your tokens. Yes.
I am still on the world map.
Oh, I didn't. That's stupid. Okay, my bad. Here we go.
I do that all the time.
So you're all here.
Oh,
Whoa.
there I am.
So let me
We're on the top of the map. I'm so confused.
let me describe some things, so that you know what you're seeing. That's the wrong thing. So you automatically, as Alton finishes blowing into the conch, you all appear atop this glowing glyph that is carved into the floor of this alcove that sits in the northeast corner of this rough-hewn chamber. The walls here appear moist and are covered with bioluminescent lichen, snails, starfish, barnacles. And as you kind of appear and you're orienting yourself as to where you are, a few small, very small white crabs like crawl along the floor up to you, like up to where you are, and they just stop and they all sort of look up, but none of them gets near the sigil, and they all just sort of skitter away. You're also hearing music. You're hearing what sounds like a fairly loud female voice that appears to be accompanied by what sounds like a pipe organ. It's kind of haunting, really, the music. And it seems to be emanating from this staircase over here.
I say, that's singing. They might be giants.
You know what? Nope, we're done. So, stream's over. Thank you guys. It was fun while it lasted. Conrad ruined it with the worst joke of all time. Not really. Not really at all. So...
But now, of course, it's stuck in my head.
Excuse me, taking a drink. So, yeah, you are in this room on top of this glyph in the floor. You're in a place that is definitely unlike where you just were in just conceivably every single respect. Whoops. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's okay. So yeah, what are you guys doing? You see the bottom steps of a very large staircase. You do see a pool of water from where you are.
Okay. So, odds of this place being hostile.
Very likely. So let's take some precautions.
Well, I mean, what's the game plan? We didn't really discuss this before coming. We're here to negotiate.
I don't
Ask
think
questions?
so.
My understanding is that he's mad.
My understanding is that his daughters overthrew him.
Yeah.
So, is our plan to kill his daughters?
Or to find out what they did with King Hecatan.
That one.
Yeah,
So
I
ask
would,
questions.
Fair.
I would advise here to be the beneficial GM that I often am. I would advise kind of going over what information you do have, what you're here for, what you need. Just as a, small piece of advice.
I'm back.
All right. So, what I wrote down from the Oracle notes, we know that the blue dragon is in the guise of a storm giant and making pawns of King Hecaton's daughters.
And then,
Not all of them, though. Isn't
Two
there
of
one
them.
that's not? She's the one that's in charge.
She's the one causing the manipulation of the daughter. What I have in the group notes is the storm giant king has gone mad by breaking the ordning, but he was misled by his daughters, Miriam and Nim, those the two being manipulated by the dragon.
but he also disappeared, didn't he?
Yeah,
Like,
that's something about your note is incorrect.
he vanished, or
He didn't
gone
go
missing.
mad. He went missing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
There you go.
So King Hecatan is missing. His two of his 3 daughters worked against him with the help of the dragon, and one of his daughters might still be loyal to King Hecatan. And
She
if
was
we
the
go
one that's
in,
in charge, right?
I think so. But I don't remember exactly. But if we go in, not weapons first, and try and, stealthily still, but try and find and negotiate with the friendliest daughter. If we say we're here to help find and restore King Hecatan to power, because it was his rule that kept the giants in check.
Well, I'm not sure how we're going to know which daughter is which unless we start asking people. So I don't think this is going to be a stealthy thing. We're going to have to go through sheer diplomacy. We're going to have to ask questions, and I think we have enough information to explain that we're here to help King Hecatan, to get information to maybe find his whereabouts.
But that's also going to be something dangerous to throw around if there are non-loyalists.
Well, that's what we need to decide. I don't know how we're going to know who to talk to specifically without talking to them. You know what I mean?
Well, we don't have to tell them why we're here.
Why else would we be? I mean, if we got here, we have a conch, which kind of outs us as being at least somewhat.
We could say we got it from Guh.
We were really good friends with Guh. That'll go over well.
We don't know if Guh was a giant lord.
I guess. I mean, that's what I'm betting on.
That's what I was thinking. We could stealth a bit and at least listen. Conversations, try and figure out who people are before we approach.
I think
If
that's
the
probably
ordering
best.
works the way I believe it works, I don't think they're going to care if we were friends with a hill giant, though, because they're pretty low on the totem pole.
Yeah.
Perhaps if we were to say, what's his name, Zephyrum or
Zephyros?
Zephyros,
one of the cloud giants,
Karshag might.
someone that's a little higher in the. That might get us some leeway, but
What was the name of those cloud giants you said came to?
Oh God, they're in the notes.
The storm giant.
The Count and Countess.
Countess, yeah.
They're in the notes. Reginald wasn't there though, so.
The cartographers, yeah.
Sansuri
No,
and
Sansuri.
Mm-mm.
I'm going up the notes.
Mulara and Nimbalo. Yeah, it's Countess Malara and Nimbalo that we.
So we know the dragon's the issue, is the root of the issue, if nothing else. So, do we find out if they know about the dragon and are willingly working with, or do we assume that they're pawns?
I think it would be hard to believe that the giants would allow a dragon to overthrow them and cause the chaos that's happening.
Knowing what we do about their age-old rivalries.
Yeah. I'd have a
The
hard
fact
time.
that she turned into a storm giant at the Oracle, that's probably the guise she used to convince the two daughters to overthrow the
And
king,
I think if we're forthcoming, I think if that's how we approach it, we let them know what we were told by the Oracle. I think that might have a lot more leeway than anything. We could say that we spoke with the Oracle explained.
That might be our best
a dragon.
opening.
Yeah.
We were sent here by the Oracle from the Temple of the Allfather.
Seeking Imrith, who is a dragon in disguise among you.
Yeah, maybe that.
Yeah.
We'll see how far. I want to see how far they just saying the Temple of the Allfather and the Oracle gets us, because nobody would quite know what our allegiance is. So I'm just thinking, if we say we're here to, get rid of a dragon or to restore King Hecatan, and we come across one of the wrong daughters first, they might just smash us. because they don't want King Hecton. We don't know if they know about the dragon or not. So,
But the last thing I want to do is lie. Also, I don't want to make
Yeah.
up a story.
so I'd like to get as far as we can just by going off of the Oracle sent us here from the Temple of the Allfather, and we need to speak to. I guess we need to speak to Sarissa. She's the one in charge. The one that we know the name. She's the name of the. So if we can go to her,
I agree with that.
Yes.
then we can tell her everything about the dragon and what we want to do.
Sounds like a solid plan to me.
So head towards the music, up the stairs.
Okay. Just,
Do you want to scout first?
Again, I don't think we should try to be sneaky about it, because then why would they believe us? If
Questionable
we're just,
intentions.
Fair enough.
if we're just
That's why I was
creeping around.
asking. I tried to be the captain once. It didn't go so well. Just offering options.
That wasn't your fault.
I didn't help as much as I thought I did. But
okay. So you guys are going to head upstairs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then I
Guess,
am
yeah.
to move you.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
climbing. Sorry.
There's a few giants in this room.
So yeah, let me talk about some things. So first of all, you should know that climbing these stairs is difficult terrain. These stairs were clearly built for giants, not for little people. So
in
I
all
give Alton
seriousness,
boosts
can I
as
climb them?
necessary.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
yeah, so you guys can help each other climb the stairs.
I'll just lift Alton to the top of each step and then climb up and then lift him again to the next one.
I just hide in Reginald's pack. Screw this.
Okay. So as you guys get closer and you're climbing the stairs, music fills this hall. This room is split into 2 levels. There's a 15-foot high raised ledge that hugs the wall to the north and the east, and there and gently sloping ramps that lead up to the ledge. The acoustics in this room are excellent. Barnacle-covered pillars of hewn rock rise to meet the vaulted ceiling, and you see a huge crystal window that allows light from the ocean, because you're, as it turns out, several thousand feet underwater. You see sharks and whales and fish just swimming gracefully outside through the window.
Mermaids.
Under the crystal window, you see a massive hulking crab that has colored nodules and hollow flutes of beautiful coral growing out of its shell. It appears to be a living instrument. And when you enter the room, you do see a number of giants. You can clearly see that there are storm giants that are functioning in the capacity of guards. There are also 1 each of a cloud giant, a fire giant, a frost giant, and a stone giant. Near the hulking crab, you see what appear to be 2 storm giants. And you see a scene that looks something like this. The storm giant on the left of the image is the one singing, as the other one on the right is using some sort of mallet to play, quote unquote, the hulking crab.
Is she basically just beating it with sticks?
They appear to be mallets. They're crafted to the purpose. But yes, she is using it like a percussive instrument. Let's see.
Seeing a room full of all these giants, Reginald rethinks his life choices.
Yeah, totally fair. So, I'm going to close this. Excuse me. As you enter the scene, because from where you are, there's really no way to hide. You do see that the shells on the map, those are tables. They're built for giants, clearly. And there is a fountain in the middle of the room. As you enter the stairs, again, there's really nowhere for you to hide. The 2 storm giants on the far north and south of the room suddenly step forward in your direction, brandishing weapons but in a defensive stance, and the two storm giants playing the crab more or less abruptly stop playing. The woman, the storm giant that is on the south, and I guess I can do this for you, the one that looks more like this, she just sort of is holding the mallet in front of her, kind of crossed in front of her, and she's just glaring at you with this just cold stare. The other storm giant looks almost enraged that you approached in this way. What do you say anything? What do you do?
Sorry to interrupt. Can anyone tell us where to find Sarissa? We'd like to speak with her.
And this is the storm giant that was singing, the one that looks like this. The other one is just glaring at you. She says, she just laughs. She says, oh, please. Our young, inexperienced sister is far too overwhelmed with important matters to see you. If you'd like, you can stay down below and we'll summon you when our dear sister is able to meet with you. And she's like clearly rolling her eyes as she says it.
It is quite important. We were sent by the Oracle.
Please. And
In the Temple of the Allfather.
She gestures with with her hand in a very dismissive way. She says, guards, take them downstairs. We'll retrieve them soon. You do, however, notice when you mention the temple, specifically, let me just double check. The stone giant, the one on the bottom of the room down here, his expression changes staring at you when you mention the temple.
In what way?
In that before he was dismissive and didn't really care about you, but it seems to attract his attention mentioning the
piqued
temple.
his interest.
Yes. But the guards begin to approach and gesture back down the stairs for you to head back downstairs.
Beth will turn and head down.
Yeah.
If we're going to do this diplomatically, might as well give them a chance to be honest about things. She doesn't say this, just my explanation.
Okay.
And I'll do that too, but I'm going to say we don't mean any insult or we don't mean to bother you, but it is vitally important that we speak with her.
I'm sure it
on
is.
behalf of the Oracle at the temple.
It's vital for little people, not for us. You'll meet with our sister when she's able. Now, please.
All right.
Okay. So you're escorted back down the stairs by the giants, and I will find some giant tokens here in a second. There we go. And those two giants from upstairs follow you down. I'm going to move you guys. They move you kind of over here. Let's see, there we go. And they gesture into these rooms. There are doors. Oh, that's not what I wanted. And there are basically what amount to small people guest chambers here. There's two rooms.
Small people.
And there's no one here, but these beds are clearly built and designed for people of your approximate size. So they escort you in here, and they just sort of expect you to wait.
Alrighty.
What do you do?
I guess go into one of the rooms.
And wait.
But also, so guys, how long are we gonna? I mean, so clearly neither of those two storm giants were Sarissa.
Obviously, those were probably her sisters.
So, chances that we're actually going to get an audience are slim to none right now.
We can give them some time.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't call on us, it seems mentioning the Oracle did do some good, so hopefully maybe one of the others have the curiosities and will approach.
Again, I think honesty is going to be the best approach at this. I know we're concerned that potentially some people are siding with the dragon, but I think that mentioning that there is a dragon involved is going to benefit us more than it's going to hurt us.
If we mention it to the right people.
Perhaps we could talk to our guards.
Guards aren't usually talkative.
That's why they're guards.
Well, there's a couple of us that are pretty persuasive.
I don't think that's going to work on them.
It should be noted that Alton is halfway hyperventilating and looks very jittery. Like his eyes are darting everywhere.
Patience is something none of us want to do, but we should have at least some. Give them a couple hours at most. Maybe she really is busy.
I think that's fair to to wait.
It's not like we don't have rations.
Hours,
They locked us away.
Also, and I think at most the next step, if we do need to move on our own, might be to have Slater at least scout out the rest of this floor, see if there's anything. No, I don't want to put him at risk by going up too far, but if he can just give us a better idea of what we're looking at here, what kind of layout.
Perhaps we could talk to that stone giant. He looked at us kind of...
Let's see if they come to us first.
Strangely. Hopefully he will. Well,
so I guess we wait.
There's no harm in waiting a little while.
Yeah, if they want to kill us now, or later, there's not really... If they wanted us dead, they could just kill us now. So
yeah, we were in a room full of giants.
It's not like waiting 8 hours is going to put us more at risk. So, yeah.
Again, we're at a serious disadvantage right now. If we do anything aggressive, I think
we're gonna punch our own ticket.
Exactly, it's going to be detrimental to the mission, and I think we should just stick to what we discussed, be as honest as we can, and hope things turn out for the best.
Okay. So you guys wait a little while. Are you... This is a leading question, but are you sending Slater out, or are you just waiting for a couple hours in the room?
I was sending Slater into the hallway where I currently have him, so that if all of a sudden we get a mass of guards that, we got 2 to escort us down here. 2 should be plenty to escort us out. If all of a sudden there's 4 or 5,
Okay. Yeah, so you guys wait a few hours, maybe 2 hours, I imagine at most. Those storm giants who escorted you down here have never moved. They've basically just planted themselves on either side of that hallway and are guarding it. And in fact, Slater does, before you hear it, he does report that people are coming. people are entering to this room, and because you can see through his eyes, he indicates to you that let's see, I have to kind of backtrack this a little bit, but he indicates that there are giants coming down the stairs. First, that the giant you saw singing from before, followed up by the cloud giant, and then there is also seems like a procession, basically. Come on, why is this not working? There it goes. Of giants that are coming down the stairs.
Okay, I am definitely, as soon as he even kind of tells me that, I am hijacking his senses and trying to eavesdrop if they're talking.
Okay, are you sending Slater forward to listen?
Well, he's a spider on the ceiling now, so he can't move very far.
Oh, okay. But is he in the hall or is he in that other room?
He's in this hallway where I have him. Yeah, he's literally just kind of chilling. I was hoping to get him above the doorway, more or less, like around here, but I didn't want him to be visible to the giant guards, so...
Okay. All right.
Maybe around there, but literally he is a tiny spider on a ceiling.
Okay. So yeah, Slater's sitting there, and the more of those giants that you saw from before are coming down the stairway. Whoops, that is the wrong thing. Come on. Why are you not working? Is he already on the right thing? Oh, he is. Okay. There we go. Yeah, the giants are kind of coming out from the staircase and out of the stairwell, excuse me. And the storm giant from before is telling them, not screaming or anything, her voice doesn't carry here, but she says, no, that's not how she would say it. These creatures are assassins sent from the surface. They are to be dealt with. You respect the order. You will do as I say. And all of the giants who have come down are like ready to follow her orders. The stone giant seems a bit apprehensive. Something seems to be gnawing at him, but he doesn't say anything. So there's those storm giant guards, and the other giants came down, and then she begins to walk down the hallway. I do think, as a spider down here, I think I honestly think that a couple crabs like crawl along the ceiling, along the lichen, and kind of start to inspect Slater, because it's very odd for a spider to be down here.
I think that's fair.
Like, I think he's being like disturbed by a couple crabs who are trying to figure out what it is and why it's here. And the storm giant makes her way down. She doesn't seem to notice, crabs fighting is a thing that they do. So she kind of comes down here toward the door, and she kind of like pushes the door open.
I would have warned everybody before she got that close. They're calling us assassins.
Let's prove them wrong.
The dark-haired one's calling us assassins. I'd specify that because I didn't get a name, but...
So would it be likely that that's the dragon?
Well, we saw what the dragon looked like before. I assumed she'd use the same form. That's
She does know we saw it.
That's probably one of the sisters, though, that is working with the dragon.
That.
So she'll begin to push the door open. And she says, "Little creatures, your audience with Sarissa has been granted. If you would follow me this way." And she begins to head back down the hallway toward the main room.
I'll look to everybody else, and then I guess we just follow. I mean,
What are our options? I mean,
We
Follow?
Havoc?
Yeah.
No.
No, not yet.
No.
Then we will.
Wait.
We need to convince the others.
Yes.
Fair.
I mean, in this room we have this crunch at the door. If we are going to fight, if we can keep them from fighting us one at a time. But again, I think this would go against everything that we're here for. I'm very torn.
Beth will start to follow.
I don't think we have much of a choice.
All right. If a fight breaks out, I'm going to recommend that we come back into this room.
Yeah. We'll fall back.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so she kind of sees you going behind, and she will make her way out.
When I get to about
What is
here,
that?
seeing
That's
all
later.
when I get up to about here, seeing all these giants, I'm gonna say, well, you didn't all need to come down here to escort us. I'm just gonna stop though at the end of the hallway.
Yeah, she kind of chuckles to herself as she's kind of like moved this way past those storm giant guards, and she says, "You thought we were so easily fooled? This is our home, and you came to disrupt it, to kill us?" She said, "Escorts, please, you think we're that stupid?" She kind of like gestures to all of them. "Take care of these creatures." And she like
Wait,
Wait,
starts
we
to-
don't work for Imrith.
and she starts to walk away, and she sort of gestures to the other giants to fall into combat to attack you.
So, I guess I'm just gonna shout out, "There is a dragon that walks among you," and see if that gives anybody like a pause on grabbing their weapons.
Okay.
And Beth will follow up with, we spoke to the Oracle. The Oracle says this dragon is causing corruption within your court. We were sent here by the Oracle to help root out this corruption.
Okay. So what I need right now, and then we're going to start combat, but we'll do this now, is Reggie, I need you to make a persuasion check with advantage. And Elizabeth, the same.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for advantage.
Job.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Reggie, you notice very quickly that that the fire giant here, sort of while she was reaching for her sword, this massive greatsword, her hands kind of come off the hilt, and she crosses her arms, and she goes and stands back here and like leans against the wall and just proceeds to watch.
It's a lady giant. Yes.
Elizabeth, the stone giant seems initially taken with your with what you're saying, but the and the stone giant says, in fact, out loud to the storm giant that has been speaking to you, he says, Mirren, the oracle, the divine oracle. And the storm giant known as Mirren says, "Please, they're liars and assassins. I don't care what they say. Take care of them."
We can
And the storm
describe the oracle.
the storm
if you'd
giant
like.
kind of shrugs and goes to draw weapons. So that is going to be combat. So I'm going to need everybody to, before you, I was going to say, wait, click your, because I didn't do it. Click your tokens, and then we're going to roll. There's going to be so many things for me to roll.
Can I just I'm gonna roll
Yes.
again, but I want to add that same.
Yeah, I got you. You're fine. Did I forget somebody? I'll do Storm Giants. Okay.
I mean, with this many giants on your side, statistically, you'll have to roll good at least once.
Yeah, it's true. I know. Believe me, I know. Okay, roll for her. And roll. Okay, I'm gonna just do this. Okay, so as combat starts, the fire giant seems to have removed themselves from the fight. Wow, she actually crit initiative. That's crazy. And the storm giant called Mirren just sort of walks toward the steps. She says, just deal with them. Don't make too much of a mess. And she will probably hold an action. Yeah, she will hold a melee attack. She does wield a sword. Valem, you're up first.
Yeah, this line right here. This is now a wall of fire. They're gonna try to smash us. They're gonna have to work for it.
Okay, storm giants are going to make dex saves. Oh my god, I'm freezing cold right now.
That wall will warm you up.
The top one saves, so he's going to take, what, 11 damage?
11.
And the other one failed, so he's going to take the full 23. And there is now a massive wall of fire right there. Anything else your turn? Movement?
Nope, that's gonna do it.
Okay, Alton.
I am going to not trust this and move back a bit so that we're not all clustered. And now I have to ask an initiative question. If I want to talk through Slater, do I have to wait until his turn?
I'm confused why you would need to talk through Slater.
Because I'm going to have Slater walk through the wall of fire so that we're not shouting through it.
Poor Slater.
How tall
He's
is the wall of
immune.
fire? Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, he could just go over it.
He can literally just waltz through like it's,
I just think he's gonna get
if anything,
smashed
he's
into a
more
puddle.
comfortable. He's on the ceiling.
I mean, the ceilings are probably really high. It's only 20 feet high. He probably won't even go in
okay,
the.
Well, also...
All right, then never mind.
Yeah, he can't talk as a spider, so...
Yeah, no, he was going to shapeshift back on his turn and just be flying near the ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to
But
be
I
his
can do
turn
that on his
for
turn.
him to move, and then, yeah, so I would probably...
Absolutely.
Like, you could talk through him
Then-
as a free action, but you to move him will have to be his turn.
Yeah, no,
pretty
moving him I
su-
knew was going to be his turn.
I'm pretty sure you can talk through your familiar, even if it's in a form that can't normally talk.
Yeah, it's magical projection, but neither here nor there. He's going through the wall of fire first. I am holding a Eldritch Blast for if something comes through and try that wall of fire and tries to attack a friend.
Okay. Sure. Reggie.
I'm going to take a step back so I don't get burned by being too
It's
close.
cool on this side.
Oh yeah,
Cool
that's
on
right. It's cool on this side. Okay, so I'll stay.
You could
where I
actually
am.
fight through it if you wanted to.
No, I'm not going to fight. I'm going to keep shouting. We are not assassins. If we were, we would not have just waltzed in asking to speak with you. Please do not do anything rash. We only wish to help.
And Mirren just says, of course that's what an assassin would say. What do you take me for?
A traitor?
Someone that needs our help.
And she kind of like hisses at you when you say that, clearly angry. Do you want to take an action, like an attack, or?
I'm going to just use my action to dodge. Then I'm
Okay.
going to stay where I am.
Okay, Elizabeth.
I'm with Reggie. I'm gonna stay where I am, and I'm gonna continue shouting through the fire. But I am gonna speak in giant, and say, to everybody else in this room, listen to me. The Oracle told us there is a betrayer among you, led by a dragon. We're not assassins. We are here to help. You can crush any one of us. We know that, and you do. Why else would we let ourselves be backed into a corner before you?
Yeah, and again, Mirren just says, these puny creatures, this is all just deceit. They're just trying to fool us.
We're not the ones who think you're stupid. She is. Listen to me. Think for yourselves.
I'll let you roll for a persuasion check, but I think it's going to be a flat roll, if not with disadvantage.
Yep. I'll do which one am I doing? Flat or?
Just do flat, I guess. Yeah, they don't seem persuaded.
She's gonna dance.
Again, the stone giant seems something about your argument, but again, the stone giant seems more afraid of Mirren than he is of your argument. Do you want to take an attack or anything like that?
No, she's just gonna back up, and again, like Alton, she'll prepare her bow,
Okay.
In case anything comes through and tries to attack.
Okay.
But
So
completely defend.
All right, I'm going to come forward a little bit. And I'm also going to yell in giant. And Celinda's going to describe the Temple of the Allfather and their experience there to, kind of try and prove that we've actually been there.
how do you? I need you to actually say what is it you're saying?
Lane with the hall with all the whatchamacallit, the statues in it looked, and the portal into the Oracle and the puzzle and trying to get through.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
All right. With advantage. Oh shit. I don't have advantage. Advantage.
Okay. Yeah, so when you say that, the storm giant just kind of shakes his head and sheathes his weapon. And Mirren looks at him and says, "What do you think you're doing? This is my castle. This is my home, and you will do as I say." And the storm giant just slowly shakes his head, and much like the fire giant, sort of just crosses his arms and waits.
She kind of whispers to Reginald, "It seems like she doesn't really have much power here."
Are you doing anything with your turn?
No. That's about it.
Okay.
Really
now
don't
it's
have
the
to fight
storm
you
giant's
guys.
turn. John, you'll have to tell me, do they just take damage on your turn?
If they end their turn in the wall, they take damage as well.
Okay, thank you. I'm just checking something here. God, am I cold?
I know the feeling. It's fucking
Blankets.
freezing and it's raining.
So they're
Blankets.
actually going to move away from the fire, both of them, and they are going to actually throw rocks. Who are they going to throw at?
I'm warding flare this guy, whoever's throwing it.
Okay. I feel like Celinda and Reginald are the furthest up, so they're going to throw. One's going to throw it. What the heck? There it is. So I'll roll a D2 to figure out who they hit. One will be Reggie, two will be Celinda. Okay, so the first one
If
comes
it
at her.
hits below a 20 on me, I'm going to shield.
Well, it's already at disadvantage because of the warding flare. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Okay.
So it's already at disadvantage. Holy Christ! He literally rolled a crit fail and a crit. So he even with a crit fail, he still rolls a 15, but he misses. Jesus Christ!
Poor guy.
So yeah, he misses. It's just the fire, right? It throwing through the fire. He's not sure. It's kind of throwing off his vision. The second one will throw at Reginald.
If that one
Your
didn't have
oracle
warding
does not
flare,
want you to harm us.
if that one didn't have the warding flare, he still has disadvantage because I dodged.
Sure. Okay. What's your AC? Because I think he misses.
It's actually 18 right now. I don't have my shield out.
So with disadvantage, he rolled an 18.
Okay.
Wow.
Ouch.
I'm trying to think if I should be the beneficent GM. I mean, I feel like.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see.
Like I feel like Reggie would have pulled his shield, unless.
Yeah, I might have taken my shield. I was explicitly not drawing my sword out because I didn't want to seem aggressive. But yeah, I might have taken my shield out.
Like I
'cause
feel like
would've
that's
had
fair.
But also, I can spend a luck point.
To make him read.
That's not gonna be. If the dude roll, yeah, he'd have to roll. I'd have to get a 4 or less for him not to hit me if I didn't. Yeah, I'll say I had my shield out.
Yeah.
If you're
So you have an
nice.
AC of 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing too because you would have taken 47 bludgeoning damage from that.
Oh.
Now it is
Oh.
the Cloud Giant's turn. And he doesn't seem terribly like thrown by this. Like he doesn't seem affected by your arguments. He doesn't seem to care. So I don't want to have him throw a rock too. Oh dear God. He's actually going to cast a spell, I think. He... Actually, no, scratch that. He's going to come out here in front of the fire. He's going to pull out his Morning Star, and he will wait. He will wait for any of you to come through to attack. That's what he's going to do. Now it's the Frost Giant's turn. The Frost Giant is actually going to begin to run through... Let's see, how far can he move? He can move 40 feet. That was 45. So he's actually going to run through the fire. I think he can end up over there. Oh, close. There. So he's kind of on top of all of you. But that's his whole
Is the
action.
one that's behind Mirren the one that also said,
Yes.
or that kind of stood back? Okay.
Yeah, that one back
I
there.
certainly hope he's wearing underwear.
And he pulls out his greatsword. He does run through the fire. Oh my God. 12 foot.
Does he look like he's gonna attack us?
Yes, absolutely.
I thought he was one of the ones that put their
No,
sword away.
No, the stone giant and the fire giant put their weapons away. The frost giant and the cloud giant are still in combat. This is the frost giant. So the Eldritch Blast, the first one hits, the second one misses, so he takes 20 damage. Plus he makes a dex save for the wall of fire. He doesn't have that. Definitely fails, so he takes 21 damage from the fire. But like I said, that's his... he dashed, so he doesn't have an action this turn.
But he's looking aggressive.
Very, yes. Pulled weapon out,
So-
ready to go.
So it'll trigger my attack.
Yes, if you want. Yeah.
I apparently closed my character sheet. Fuck.
$17 does hit. So he takes 9 damage.
Yep.
Okay. Slater's turn.
Skitter, 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 skitter. He is still hanging out. He shakes off a crab.
Mm-hmm.
And then in my voice, the Oracle said that the blue dragon Imrith had manipulated 2 of 3 of Hecaton's daughters. Sarissa is the one that is true. All others are being lied to, and therefore lie to you.
Okay. Excuse me. Hopefully I didn't just burp in your ears. I tried
Totally
to mute
did.
It. I tried to mute it, but I wasn't fast enough.
That was a pretty good one.
That was pretty quiet. You can make a persuasion check, but it'll be flat.
That's fine.
Yeah, nobody really seems shaken by your argument. Does
Worth a
Slater
try.
do anything his turn, like action wise, aside from moving?
No, he has to abide the familiar rules, so he can skitter around. But if I want to attack, I have to give up. If he wants to attack, I have to give up mine.
Can he aid you though? Like, can't that be a thing he does?
You can do the help action.
Yeah, you can use
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All right, then
Grants you
in
advantage.
that
on
case,
it.
is it me specifically?
Yeah, or well, no. I think it's technically the next person.
It's the next attack. Yeah, it's the next attack on whoever he's.
Then he's going to drop onto the frost giant's shoulder.
I love it. Perfect. Mirren is just back there screaming like, "Just deal with them already! This is taking too long. What are you doing? Oh my god!" And I'm portraying her very
He
much.
perfected his mean girl.
Well, and that's very much how she would be. Believe me.
That's killing me. It's like, why are you listening to a Valley Girl giant?
So she starts
Come
like
on.
she starts quite
Seriously.
literally stomping her feet like a child. But she doesn't do anything. She appears to be working up to something, but she's not doing anything yet. Valem.
Brother. I'm going to cast. Let's see, this guy's in our face. So the only people that are fighting us are basically these 4 people right here, right?
Correct.
These 4 guys. Alright, the one that stayed on this side here,
The cloud giant.
I'm going to cast Geese. I think it's pronounced
Gaius.
Geese. Yeah.
Okay.
It's wanting me to roll. I thought that was a.
Pretty sure it's a stave.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's. Ooh, shit! No. Aw, sorry. Oof, my Roll20 just rebooted. God damn it! Because I hit the wrong button, I guess.
Love
Takes
it when that happens.
takes 1 minute to cast.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought that was a long time. Yeah, it's a 1 minute.
Oh,
cast.
jeez. Oh.
Now might not be the time, Valem.
Yeah, yeah.
I like where your head's at.
I mean, it was a good thought.
Yeah, it was a good thought. All right, so
Maybe
I'm
on the
casting
wa-
my
the
spiritual
doom wall.
weapon, summoning that right there. I'm gonna cast or attack the frost giant in front of us, so that'll be at advantage. And I'm actually gonna cast that at a higher level. So I'm so unprepared. I didn't roll advantage. Let me.
No, I know. I was gonna say that's all very low.
Minimum damage.
That still probably didn't hit.
And you're trying to hit the frost giant.
The frost giant.
No, unfortunately, it's not enough to hit him.
Alright, well that was bonus action. Then I'm going to move up forward, and I'm going to pulse Radiance of the Dawn for my action. So this will hit all 4 of them.
Okay, cool. DC.
Yeah, I'll need to make Constitution saving throws.
Gonna do the fuck. Oh right. Okay.
Do the fuck.
Do the fuck. Frost giant first. Con save. Fails. The storm giants do. They're gonna roll. First one saves. Second one fails. We'll do top down because I think that's the easiest way to do it. And then
Saves take 13. Just the...
okay. Con is the cloud giant definitely saves. He actually rolled 2 22s. So he takes 13 damage. Frost giant takes full 27. That one takes 13. The other one, okay. And then he takes. 20.
And then just chiming with the rest of them, the same rhetoric. We've been sent by the Oracle. We don't want to harm you. We're here to help
Okay.
Dumbass.
Okay. Alton. Alton.
I am going to forgo talking at this point. More or less, like, just say loud enough to hear, hey, if you don't believe us at this point and you want to take the word of the traitor, that's on you. And I will blast the Frost Giant again.
I just feel like this is making us look so bad.
First one misses, second one hits. He takes 10 force damage.
It is going to make it harder to do what I want to do next.
I mean, we're trying
Not
to convince them. They're not listening.
No, but yeah, specifically, I'm going to try and convince or talk to the Frost Giant next. But now he's taking a bunch of damage.
Oh,
so
I didn't know
he
that.
might be angry. No, you wouldn't have anyway. So
Well, and I will tell you, again, trying to be beneficent, there are specific triggers for each of these giants, and you haven't quite... You can see that you got 2 out of 4, so...
I thought of one for this guy, but I'm not sure if it'll work. But
so what are you doing your turn, Reggie?
I'm going to shout to this Frost Giant above us, and I'm going to say, please do not kill us. Harshnag sent us here. He helped us. He, too, knows there is something wrong.
That's exactly what I was planning on doing. Bring up
Okay.
Harshnag.
Let me ask you first. Are you going to try to attack him?
No.
Okay.
I still haven't pulled my weapon out.
I don't think he responds to that at all. If anything, it makes him angry.
All right.
Just hit him.
I am just going to stay where I am and use my dodge action again.
Okay. Elizabeth.
How's the Frost Giant looking, other than pissed off?
I mean, he's pissed off but enjoying combat, but also like he's pretty hurt.
Okay.
He's not bloody yet, I don't think, but he's hurt, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'll Hunter's Mark him,
Okay.
and I'm going to do one shot at a time here, just because.
Okay. That definitely hits. So 16 damage.
All right. 17.
You're right. 17. Okay. 14 does not hit.
Okay. And she's going to look directly at him. Yield, please. We don't want to do this.
And he seems excited, but it doesn't seem to sway him. Like, if anything, it's making him like bloodthirsty. Or she, I guess, but that's fine. Yeah. She just like raises her weapon like she's going to attack. Selenda?
Shit.
This thing with the beard is a woman?
Yes.
I'm gonna step back.
That is the generic Frost Giant token, so.
Okay.
No wonder they were so angry when we met them.
You've been misgendering them the whole time.
Yeah, that's not very nice of us. I'm gonna try and thunder wave this girl.
Mm-hmm.
That might hit. Let me check how far the reach is on that. Because that might
I
hit
think it's
me.
going to hit me here.
I don't know.
I'm boarding flare cylinder.
I think if I go here, I cannot hit you. It's 10 feet. Wait. It's a 15-foot cube. So that would hit him. Never mind then. I'm not going to hit him. I'm going to try and magic missile this chick in front of us.
The Storm Giant?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just going to be like, please don't make us do this.
So you do 7 damage total?
Apparently, because I rolled 3 fucking ones.
2 1s, but yeah, it's rough.
2 ones. Yeah.
Okay, Storm Giant's turn. They're looking back at Mirren, because they don't want to run through the fire, obviously. And Mirren is just pissed off. And she says, like, get in there! Go kill them already! I should have been upstairs 20 minutes ago. And
It's been 12 seconds.
Spoiled brats, they have no concept of time.
How can I not kill you guys here? They're gonna throw more rocks. They're gonna throw one at. I think they're gonna throw one at Elizabeth. Actually, the first one will be at Elizabeth. The second one will be at.
Whoever the one on the top throws at, I'm gonna warding flare this guy.
Okay, let's go into Elizabeth. So we'll roll that. He rolled a 25 and a 24. So.
Ow.
You're gonna take 35 bludgeoning damage.
Ha!
From that rock. The second one is going to also throw a rock. I'm just going to roll a d4 because I don't know who to hit. We'll do Valem, Selenda, Reggie, Alton in that order. Alton. He's going to throw a rock at you. You're going to... What does that do?
Disadvantage.
He rolled a 28 and a 22.
Well, it was worth a try.
So you're going to take 36 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
Now it's the Cloud Giant's turn. Oh, sweet. You're going to hate me for doing this. I didn't realize I could do this. Well, 10 foot. So the Cloud Giant walks up this way toward the wall of fire. And as he does so, he... an aura almost of wind begins to swirl around the Cloud Giant. It appears to be about a 10-foot radius. And I don't know if you'll see this because it'll do it in GM, but a magical aura of wind surrounds the giant. The aura is a 10-foot radius sphere that lasts as long as the giant maintains concentration on it. While the aura is in effect, the giant gains a +2 bonus to its AC against ranged weapons, and all open flames within the aura are extinguished unless... Oh, shit, I didn't read that. Never mind. Unless they're magical. I did not read that part. So I think he just walks up to the barrier and like he does do the wind thing, expecting that the fire's going to go out. It doesn't go out, and he just stands there and crosses his arms, all pissed off. Now it's the Frost Giant's turn.
He's within 10 feet of it. He's getting singed.
Okay, roll. Okay. Dex save. He fails.
This guy should be getting singed too because he's still within range.
So I think it's the Frost Giant's turn. So the Frost Giant, Reggie, is turning her wrath on you.
All right.
So she's going to hit you with a couple great axes, but you do have she has disadvantage. It's just it's just the first one, I think, because
It's all attacks.
okay.
Because just all attacks against me for the next round of combat have disadvantage.
Her first one misses. The second one, I think, hits because her disadvantage roll was a 20.
Yep.
So you take 28 slashing damage
All right.
from that attack. Slater.
Slater is going to continue to aid. And I'm racking my brain for what could possibly get the Cloud Giant. Yeah, hold on. I gotta look up a name.
I would, if you wanted, I would let you make a check, but I don't know that Alton would know about like the nature of Cloud Giants that might assist you here.
Yeah, I know nothing of giants. I'm looking through the...
Beth and I do a check about what they like.
When it's your turn, I'll say.
All right.
Yeah.
Probably
that being
baked
said-
goods. You should talk about pies and stuff.
Let us go, we'll make you a pie.
I really will make you a pie!
So
When the
what
mutton's
is-
nice and lean.
What is Slater doing?
Slater is going to say... You guys told me about one of the Cloud Giants that was helping you, didn't you? I'd assume you would have at this point at some point during the chats we've had.
Yeah, we discussed it.
Sure.
Zephyros and then the
Yeah.
the Countess and a Count.
Zephyros himself has aided us. What else do you want from us? And then, yeah, that's pretty much Slater's turn. He's aiding.
Okay. It's Mirren's turn again. She's still stomping, and she's starting to stomp around like a small child. And you can see that, like, on the bottom of her feet, it almost looks like, and it almost sounds like there's, like, thunder booming from her feet as they stomp on the ground. And she's quite literally starting to throw a temper tantrum. She's incredibly pissed off. She's staring at the fire giant and the stone giant, saying, like, I summoned you here. You will do as I say. Now, and she's, like, pointing at you like a teacher. Like, go kill them already and be... How many times... Oh, your master is going to hear about this disobedience. Valem.
Reggie, can you ping where you're at? I can't see you.
I'm right below you, 1 square below you.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
I'm really good. I'm glad I didn't Thunderwave now.
All right, so I'm going to attack with my spiritual weapon again.
Mm-hmm.
I no longer have advantage, so that's wonderful. And that misses again.
Mm-hmm.
As my action, I'm going to drop a fireball right over here.
Well,
to
wait.
hit
I'm just curious.
all-
Doesn't the spiritual weapon have advantage because of Slater's help?
Yep. Slater aids you.
Oh, he's still doing it?
Well, it's his
Absolutely.
turn again, so he'll do it again. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure. I will roll that again.
Wow. I think you went last time from 11 to 12. This time you're getting
I
better.
rolled like 3s. That was a 2, 3, and a 4. That's crazy.
Well, I can only go up from there.
It's true.
Yeah, so I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna drop a fireball. Right
5 rounds from now, you'll hit
all
him.
4 of
Oh,
them,
shit.
and that's a lame fireball. All 1s and 2s.
I somehow fucked up. I'm just going to give... I can't.
So yeah, that's gonna hit all.
Okay, sure. So the Storm Giants will roll top down. Dex save 17. First one fails, second one succeeds. And Val is going to DC. He fails as well. So, 20.
And the Frost Giant.
But does the Frost Giant get hit too?
Yeah, all 4 of them.
Okay, cool.
That's why I wanted to see where Reggie was at.
He fails, so he takes 20. And the Frost Giant has to roll. Dex fails 20. The Frost Giant is looking not long for this world.
The Frost Giant is...
Don't
Brown?
throw your life away. Again, we're not here to hurt you. We're not your enemy.
Okay. Yeah, the trigger still hasn't been hit. So, anything else your turn, Valem?
Nope.
Alton.
All right, I'm going to start moving. Get to here. Can I fire under the Frost Giant and hit this giant up here?
I would let that happen.
Just because I don't want to kill him, but
That hits. That also hits. 14 plus 8, 22.
yep. And then I am ducking back here. I got hit with a big rock.
Okay, Reggie.
All right, so I'm going to look up to the Frost Giant and I say, fine, we'll do it your way. And I'll pull out my... and make 2 attacks non-lethal.
Okay. That hits.
Okay, so
14. Yeah, 14 does it. So you're going to non-lethally just drop him. Oops.
just like, yeah, cut a tendon or something so he collapses.
Okay, and he does, and his head like bounces off the ground, and there's blood, but he'll survive. Your second action?
Shit. Well, I can only do an attack as a second, right? But I can do as my bonus action. I'm in a second wind.
Okay.
And
You do that. Sorry, guys. I'm going to take like a 17-second AFK. Give me just a few seconds.
12 hit points back.
I'm going to count. 1, 2, 4.
Sorry, back. Elizabeth.
So the frost giant's down.
Yes. Unconscious. Out of the fight.
Okay, I'm gonna step this way and move my hunter's mark to the bitch.
To Mirren?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
God's help me. We don't want to hurt you. She's the one egging you on. I'm gonna stop this where the source is.
Okay, 20 definitely hits. 15 also hits. 10 plus 13 is 23 is 30. Wow, good hit.
Nice.
Okay. Anything else your turn?
I moved 10 feet that way, and then I'm gonna go over here. Just kind of back against the wall.
Okay, cool. Sure. Selenda.
All right. Can I do a check to see if I know what the cloud giant would want?
Yeah, give me, I would say, a nature check or...
History? I mean, they're both the same for me, actually.
Yeah. The only other thing I might let you do, and this is pushing it a little, is insight.
My insight's even worse, so...
Okay, so why don't you roll nature then? Yeah, okay, so that's not
That
terrible.
was not at advantage.
I know, but 18's still not bad. One thing that you have heard, and you haven't really seen as much, but in your limited time studying cloud giants, a lot of them tend to be pretty greedy. Like, you know...
Interesting.
That's something you have definitely read.
So maybe a bribe. Can I step up on this giant?
Yeah, I mean, his body's basically collapsed. You can kind of move around him.
I thought it was a her.
Yes, she is.
I'm gonna bring out the one stone and show it to this cloud giant. Just say, this is an ancient giant artifact. If you leave us alone and help us find Sarissa, I will give it to you.
Okay. Roll persuasion with advantage.
All right. I'm really good at persuasion.
Okay. At that, the cloud giant kind of looks, and he looks at the one stone, and his eyes kind of light up, and he steps off to the side.
Woo!
The storm giants. Do you have anything else your turn you want to do? I feel like that's probably your full action, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
So the storm giants look at the cloud giant, and Mirren is like beside herself with rage. She is so infuriated by this. You know, she's
Actually, I'll step off him. Her.
Okay. Yeah, she's screaming and yelling and just absolutely furious.
She's such a spoiled child.
Okay. Yeah, now it's the storm giants, and they're seeing that they have like lost their backup, and seeing Mirren hurt. This one's gonna run back and try to defend her. to like stand in front of her basically. The other one, like he's gonna actually take the like defense. He's gonna try to defend her for his action. The other one is going to run forward, and he's gonna basically stand in the fire, and he's going to, I think, yeah. So he does have reach.
I bashed my sword on my shield.
You what?
I said I bashed my sword on my shield.
Oh,
So
okay.
come at me.
For whatever he's going to do also.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he can hit Reggie. I can't. I'm gonna move this giant.
I'm right next to.
Yeah, is that? Oh
available.
shit! Sorry, I'm covering somebody up. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll move him right here. That's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah. So he has reach, so he can hit you, but he will have disadvantage from the warding flare, improved flare. There you go. So one great sword attack. Disadvantage is a 22.
Still hits.
37 slashing damage.
Oh
All right.
my god.
And he's going to attack you again. He hits with a 20.
I'm gonna
it.
parry
There you go.
parry that last attack.
Yeah, there you go.
So let's see here. Parry. So 29 damage is what I took.
Okay. So the second one he hits with a 20 unless you have some way to negate it.
I'm gonna use my luck and roll.
Make him re-roll or
Yeah, well, I think. Let me see. So I can spend a luck point when an attack roll is made, roll a d20, and then choose whether the attacker uses the attacker's roll or mine. So I just roll a d20.
Okay, go for it. Roll poorly. You're rolling against yourself.
Yes. I make him use the 4.
Okay, so yeah, you manage to bring your shield up and you deflect the blow. You know from the force of it that it was another strong hit. So it was pretty clever for you to do that. The frost giant is out. Slater's turn. All of those, other giants are basically out of the picture. Frost giant, cloud, fire, and stone are all out of combat.
All right. Slater is shifting from spider and going into Invisi-Imp.
Okay.
And I have to check his movement speed. 40. So he's going to flap his way out here. That'll do.
Okay. Anything else he's doing his turn?
Nope.
Okay. Cool. Mirren's turn. Her anger is just explosive. She's going to throw
up.
No. It's a good call, but no. She's going to throw a lightning strike. She can throw it up to 500 feet. And she's going to... And it hits anything within 10 feet of it. So she's going to toss it right here.
Shit.
So it's going to hit Selenda, Reggie, and Valem. Pray I don't roll well.
What is it?
Is it saves on our part?
Yeah, you make DC 17 con saves.
All right.
Oh.
Oops, that's not it. I'm trying to kill you guys. Okay.
I have 78 hit points. I'm not.
So I
Okay.
rolled below, I rolled below
Not a
average.
dexterity.
So Reggie actually saves. Selenda and Valem, you fail. If you failed, you take 31 points of thunder damage, and you are deafened.
How much?
31,
Not 29.
not
That could
29.
have been.
And a successful save, you will take obviously 15. So Reggie,
So I'm unconscious.
you had fewer than 15 hit points.
I had exactly 15 hit
So you
points.
take 15 hit points, but you're not deafened. That's good for you. And she kind of unleashes her wrath as this lightning just explodes around all of you and sparks fly up your armor. And it's especially painful for you, Valem, wearing all that metal armor. That's probably what brings Reggie down as well. And now, Valem, it's your turn.
Wonderful.
Should I cast darkness?
I wouldn't be against you casting anything at this point.
I can
We're on the
cast
full
darkness.
offense. I mean, unless we can convince these other giants to fight for us, we're all right. My spiritual weapon's gonna fly through the fire, and
Okay.
I do not have advantage on this, right? Right.
No.
Hey, finally a good hit.
12
That's
force damage.
16.
Oh, 16?
Higher. I cast it at 4th level.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna move up since Reggie's down, and I'm gonna cast as my action inflict wounds at 4th as well. Of course, that roll an 11.
Yeah, 11's not going to do it, unfortunately. Anything else your turn?
My attack rolls have sucked. No, that's gonna be it.
Okay, Alton.
I am going to try and do something, and I don't think it's going to go well for me. But I don't have to move much for it, so I'm going to try anyway. Pop out. And let's see if we can shut the bitch up.
Nice.
Okay.
Her spell save is 17.
Wisdom save.
Yeah, I don't like using it on intelligent creatures. They're usually not bad at those.
Well, she's So it's a wisdom save, DC what? 17?
17.
Ooh. She saves.
I expected.
Just as an aside, her wisdom's higher than her int.
I assumed it would. Again, this was a Hail Mary. It's just it was a range issue.
I like it.
And then I'm hiding back here again.
Okay. Reggie? Death save? Fails. Elizabeth?
Yeah, shit. Okay. Bye. Getting that bitch back in the line of sight.
Okay.
And Hail Mary sharpshooter shots to really shut her up.
Okay. Oh, misses. Second one hits. So 25 plus 6, 31.
And then I'm gonna back into my corner again.
Okay. Selenda.
I'm gonna... How far away is the bitch? I think I might drop a fireball on her, guys. We're trying to kill her, right?
Oh, you don't want to hit anybody else who's agreed not to fight.
I mean, again,
Yeah,
unless
but
we
I don't
find some
think
way
a
to.
Fireball is not going to hit anybody else.
So just her and the storm giant then?
I guess, yeah, I can't get that one. So I'm going to drop a fireball on her.
Okay. So they actually both fail.
You stupid fucking bitch! And then I'm going to step back. 'cause-
Okay. Storm giant's turn.
No, I
That's a
hate
good
to say
idea,
this,
Richie.
but I should say if he wants, he can kill me right now.
No, I know. I'm aware.
Because I don't know how enraged they are if he would want to just finish me off or
Storm giants though are pretty
go
smart.
after someone else.
Like they're pretty smart. They realize that you're not a threat. Like a lesser giant would not have the wherewithal to be like, oh, they would just attack whatever body they could find. But storm giants are actually smart. So, oh fuck. I feel like the storm giant in the back is still going to continue to defend. Like he's now like worried about Mirren because she's been taking some damage and exploded with a fireball. So this storm giant is actually going to attack you, Valem.
Warrior Flare.
The first one misses wildly.
Wow! Thank goodness.
He's going to attack again. That one hits you.
Perfect.
36 slashing damage.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Slater.
I have 9 hit points.
Halem.
All right, Slater is unfortunately going on a suicide run, it looks like.
Oh shit! I have healing potions.
It also
Fuck.
might be wise to pull out all the stops here, just as a point of interest.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and that storm giant should actually shouldn't it
everybody
take damage
has
from the.
healing potions.
Yeah.
The firewall.
Yeah.
Slater is going to assist the pretty lady. He's using the help action to annoy the giantess.
Okay. So as Slater moves up, as he moves up to Mirren, he actually sees something, and you're able to see it through him, which is that another giant is coming down the stairs, and this is the other storm giant. And she approaches and sees that Mirren's all burned up, and she says, "Sister, what are you doing? This should have been dealt with some time ago. Imrith is wondering where we are. What is going on?" And Mirren's like, I'm trying to kill these things. Jesus, where have you been? They're assassins trying to... You know. Would you help me already? And the other storm giant just says, so impetuous. And Mirren just starts stomping her feet again.
Did we hear that just happen?
Yes.
Imrith is the dragon. Imrith is the name of the dragon that is pulling your strings.
Give me...
My charisma sucks. I'm gonna fail. Whatever.
Hold on.
Sean,
I didn't say roll. Hold on.
Sean,
What?
did you not hear Alton mention Imrith earlier?
Well, I did, but there's a reason it's happening now, not before.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Mirren says out loud when you say that, Valem. She says, "Stop trying to lie, assassin. Imrith is a noble storm giant like the rest of us. How dare you? I can't wait to tear you apart."
Why are we trying to help you?
And why don't you roll a persuasion check with advantage? So this seems to rattle Nim, Mirren's sister, whose name you probably knew, and I don't care. Nim looks over at Mirren and she says, "Why aren't our guests fighting? Have you alienated them as well?" And the fire giant has kind of stood up against the wall with the sword and says, "Is this true? A dragon is in your midst?" And Mirren starts screaming, "No, there's no dragon. What? No, she's a storm giant." And there's something happening between Mirren and Nim. There's something is sparking between them. And Mirren looks at Nim and she says, "Well, unless you knew about this, have you been colluding with a dragon? Guards, and Nim is just as calm and as cold as can be. "Of course you'd be the first to accuse me, trying to deflect the blame from yourself." And the fire giant is getting real antsy. The fire giant looks like she actually, I think the fire giant is female as well, is getting pretty antsy about whatever's happening. The storm giants have stopped and turned. And Nim says, well, I'm going to go see what our sister has to say about this. Mirren starts screaming, no, I'm telling her that you've been colluding with the dragon. This is ridiculous. And Valem, like, do you want to do anything here?
I guess just continuing with it, we've seen this dragon with our own two eyes. Imrith is a blue dragon. She is consulted with the Oracle. We were there together.
Describe what she looks
If you
like
were
as a
in
storm
league-
giant.
We've proved that we were there.
If you are indeed in league with Imrith, then you are indeed in league with the dragon.
I'm not in league with it. She's in league with it. And
Can
then-
I do an insight check just to see if her panic is genuine, as like she didn't know, or versus she's trying to cover it up?
Yes, you can make an insight check for that. Something's going to happen right as you do. She had no idea. She is clearly out. It's just now dawning on her that this is real. That the possibility is that Imrith is in fact a dragon in disguise.
You need to stop this madness.
Well,
we are here to help.
a thing happens here that interrupts you. Nim and Mirren are starting to like scream at each other and blaming each other, and Mirren is looking back and seeing the mess that she's made here, and Mirren bolts upstairs, just like pushes past Nim and runs, and she leaves Nim standing there, looking cold. And Nim just says, well, I should be going. And just turns and casually begins walking up the stairs.
That means Imrith is here, though.
And the storm giants are left looking around like, what the fuck just happened? They drop their weapons, like not dropping them, but they won't, they won't.
I have a turn before Reggie. I'm bolting over to him with a healing potion.
Okay.
Yes, seriously.
Yeah, just figuring
Well, I
how
haven't-
long this dialogue was taking. I
Yeah,
figured-
no.
Yeah, I mean, I
that out
haven't
of the
done
way.
anything. I was gonna.
Yeah.
Balaam still had an action. Says using a potion.
So presumably you're going to stop Reggie from bleeding out.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Got half a bottle of good
Wow.
stuff left.
We have such a
Yeah,
great healer.
Go through his pockets first.
Okay. Yeah. So the other giants, the frost giant is unconscious and like drooling on the ground. The cloud giant is standing with arms crossed, waiting for this. The storm giants sort of back up and are kind of like looking over one another, trying, discussing whatever just happened. Nim and Mirren are gone, and I think the stone giant kind of approaches you guys. Do you let your wall of fire dissipate, Valem? You don't have to.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so the wall of
When
fire.
the storm giants fall, when the storm giants draw back, yeah, I'll drop the fire. So it
yeah,
looks like
the storm giants are like the first to draw back. They're looking pretty freaked out. The fire giant is like balancing his weapon on her hand, like just ready for combat. Looks pretty eager to find some violence. And the stone giant approaches, and in giant says to those of you who speak it, I am a penitent creature. These things you speak of the eye, only those who have been there would know. You speak truth. A dragon here.
We don't know if she's here, but she has been pulling the strings of the sisters. Again, responding in giant
Yeah,
and leaving Celinda to translate.
And the fire giant walks up and says, well, there's something to be killing then. Shall we go?
Can we heal our frost giant friend over here?
And the fire giant like spits on the ground. She's not dead.
I know, we didn't kill her.
The cloud giant approaches you, Celinda, and says, Well, where's my gift?
She'll hand it over and explain what it does.
And the cloud,
We did use it a couple of days ago, so it'll be a couple days before it
and the
works
cloud
again.
giant just kind of pockets it, shrugs. That'll be fine. And the cloud giant just sort of like wanders off, like doesn't care. I'm going to take you guys out of initiative here.
Sorry, guys.
No, that's okay. It was good use of it.
Yeah, that worked.
I would rather give up that than get myself smashed by a cloud giant. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we weren't gonna make it through that.
Getting yourself smashed, not very fun.
I patch up that frost giant too, though.
Okay.
What was that roll?
You're fine, old man.
For me, anyone else need? Alton, you
I'm
probably
pretty-
need patch.
We all probably do.
I'm at 40 out of 78, so.
All right, this is
We're all hurt.
Alton. This is Linda. This is Elizabeth.
Nice.
Thank you.
You are an amazing fellow, sir.
Uh,
I really wish I understood what all these people
Healing
around me
kit
were
do so
saying, but
much.
it does
I thought it was
1d6 plus 4 plus your hit die total, so plus
Oh,
9.
right.
So yeah, 1d6 plus 4 plus 9.
I keep forgetting that when I use my doctor's healer's kit.
did the fire giant speak in common or giant?
Giant.
All right, then I have no idea what he said.
Yeah,
Since yeah, the fire giant wants us to go on a dragon hunt.
Oh, then she'll need to know what it looks like, and I will use my. Can I use telepathy to show an image, or does it have to be words and feelings?
I wouldn't recommend that regardless.
What are we trying to show them?
What a myth looks like.
Imrith. In both
What
forms.
about minor illusion for her face?
Oh, that's true. Minor illusion to show the cloud giant, no, not the cloud giant. Excuse me, the storm giant form that we saw and the dragon form that we saw.
okay.
Obviously not to scale, but
Yeah, the fire giant sees it, acknowledges it, and then says in giant,
Stop talking in giant. I have no idea what you're saying.
it says, I don't know what she would say. She says,
That's
Linda is
hot.
translating for you, Velum, and anybody else who can't speak it.
thank you.
You have brought this to us. I will not take the glory of the kill from you, but I would wish to be there when you take it.
Let's go upstairs.
Patch yourselves, and I will be upstairs.
Thank you.
Yeah, we won't turn away help.
Can we
Certainly
take a long
not.
rest?
Would be really nice.
We'll be up in an hour.
I mean, you could maybe take a short rest.
Definitely
Would
use a
get
short
your
rest.
healer's
Yeah.
kit stuff back at least.
Yeah,
we can
short
hit
rest would be amazing.
Yeah,
I
like
need
at
to use
least
at
a
least-
short rest.
I'm at 23 or 60
Hit
hit
die.
points after being healed.
And the frost giant kind of wakes up groggy, like all bloody and confused, and looks at you, Reggie, and kind of smiles.
Are you kidding?
And says, in giant, says, just in your face, Reggie, ha ha ha! You fight well, friend. I look forward to duels later in our future. And like you have no idea what the giant is saying. It's just screaming in your face.
I'll translate for
Beth
him.
Yeah,
laughs.
I'll like jump back and be like, oh shit, is it going to be really pissed? And then when someone translate, I'm just going to kind of
She likes you.
grin and then, but it's clearly one of those grins where I'm like, I really don't ever want to fight you again. Yeah, sure. Yeah, thumbs up.
Yeah. Okay.
How did you roll a 3 out of hit dice?
1
Wow.
plus 2.
Wow. So many hit dice.
Okay.
Yes, well,
So
Rocks hurt.
You guys spend some time
Rocks fall. We all almost die.
healing up. Yeah. You
Yep,
took some
and then
hits. You took some hits.
God, we've got to fight. a
so
dragon
dragon
now.
hunting.
16.
I still need to take another. Please don't. That's better.
So, what do you do?
Well, we should probably take a short rest, and then
You did take a short rest.
Yeah.
did we? Okay.
That's why we
Well,
just.
they
That
said
is
no.
There are so many
I'm
hentai
sorry, my brain.
They said that would be upstairs.
Lay off the man without him wine, Celinda.
I say we go upstairs. Hopefully, we'll be confronting Imrith with the
I-
assistance of the rest of the giants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and
just to be
I
clear,
will
like,
just kind of.
the fire giant would help you. The stone giant will be there, but the cloud giant will not help. Like, will not help fight a dragon.
I'll ask the frost giant if it wants to fight a dragon
And
while we're resting.
the,
I will translate for Reginald.
yeah, and the frost giant says, under normal circumstances, I would be thrilled to take down a dragon, but in my current stand, I don't know if I have it in me. Just give me some time to rest. I'm sure I'll be fine. We can go at it later, yes?
Feel free to jump in if you feel better in time.
Of course.
What about Sarissa?
We do need to find that third sister.
Perhaps she would help as well.
Are you saying this in common or giant?
Giant and common.
Cheating, but okay. The stone giant, I think, chimes in and says, Sarissa is found in the throne room with Imrith at her side.
Oh,
Wait,
Well,
what?
shit.
Hut.
Yeah. Hobble, hobble, hobble.
I can't fly. Run back up to Reginald.
Fly.
Hut. Into the backpack.
Maybe the fire giant will give you a lift.
Ooh, wait, they left already. Damn it.
I actually don't have a backpack because I have a bag of holding.
He's just in your bag of holding with his head poking out.
Hut.
I can't feel my toes.
I think there's a risk of like suffocation if you try to do that with the bag.
Yeah, don't actually put me in the bag of holding,
There's
please.
like 10 minutes of
I
air
mean,
or
he's
something.
only like halfway in. Like his shoulder.
There is no halfway for a bag of holding.
Are you guys all
You're
healed
either
back
in
to
or
full?
you're
Mostly.
I'm
Yeah,
missing 2 hit points, but
Yeah,
I
I'm down
feel
by
like full.
3.
Okay.
I only have
Still
60 hit points, though. I'm probably the squishiest here. Even though I have
Wow.
the highest.
I have 78.
Yeah, because you got all them
Dragon.
bloodline hacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hut.
All right. So I'm just gonna move you guys back to that other map, suggesting. I guess you're going upstairs, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Hut.
So you're going back to the other tokens. If you want to fix the hit points, you can. I mean, I would take it as a kind of honest, as honesty if you did.
Looks like it adjusts
Yeah.
automatically.
It's already adjusted.
Yeah, they should be linked to our character sheet, so they should be
Yeah.
updating whenever we touch the sheet.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't know that, but okay. All right, so you guys head back up the stairs. You climb, up the stairs. You're back in this room. The giants will actually follow you. They will be behind you. They will let you take the lead here.
Well, we don't know where we're going. So aren't we following the fire giant?
Yeah.
Again, the fire. They'll point you in the right direction, but yeah, they're gonna let you take the lead here. They will direct you south. South.
Can I ride the fire giant's foot?
I don't think the fire giant would want you riding her foot. But
Damn it. Oh well. Worth a try. Hut.
okay, so you guys head south, where you encounter, as soon as you cross the corner there,
A big dragon.
a giant blue dragon. No, it's less worse than that. There are 2 very large hill giants, just like one you've seen before.
Wonderful.
And standing point outside of the throne room are 2 hill giants. They're wearing scale mail with like ill-fitting helms that are falling off. And they see you coming. And like one of them looks like the one on the right looks like he's falling asleep, and the one on the left like starts like punching him in the side to wake him up. He goes, Cog, and like points at you. And the one called Cog like looks at all of you and says, hey. And he's like all confused looking. He says, We guard throne room. We guard throne room. Where your... And he like scratches the side of his head because he can't think of the word. Where your skort? Skort. Where your skort?
Here's our escort.
I
Escort.
point at the fire giant. Right there.
And it like squints. No. Storm giant escort. Skort. Storm giant skort.
Oh, then I point at the storm giants who I think you said followed us too.
Well, those guards are gonna hang back. Like they're pretty beat up and troubled by what just happened. Like they're a little confused.
Do we have time for this? We don't have time for this.
And like the giants begin to like exchange glassy-eyed looks.
Tell them that our escort's already inside. They're dumb.
Oh, it's
I
the
say
one.
that to Celinda in giant. Come on.
All right, I'll tell them that our escort is inside.
And
We have very short legs, and they just went right on ahead without us.
And they both look at each other and start scratching foreheads like in confusion. I'll need you to make a deception check.
Deception check.
This is not what
I should be good at that too.
Oh, nice. Good roll.
I don't like lying, but when I have to, I can.
And yeah, they both look at each other and start like just in total confusion, like, oh, you should said escort inside, and they like tug just like they both like just look totally sold on it. Like there's no doubt in their minds that what you're saying is absolutely true.
They're so
I love
dumb.
pale giants.
And they just sort of like step away from the doors, and Cog says, You go inside. Inside go you. And they open the doors.
Gracias.
And then
Thank you.
Oh, I should close all this shit. Hold on you move yourselves like into the room, but not too far. I feel like there should be a handout for this, but there isn't, which is really stupid.
I don't know how too far.
So what
Two
you
or three
see,
squares.
I will describe what you see. The hill giants don't follow you in. They will just close the doors behind you as you enter. You do see 3 giants, all storm
Does
giants.
the fire giant make it in with us?
No. I don't think so. I don't think
It's fine. I just want to know where we stand before.
I don't think the hill giants will let that happen. Like you said the escort was already inside, so that they're kind of following the letter of the law on that one. So what you see when you enter the room is you do see 3 storm giants, one of which looks pretty familiar to you, one that you've definitely seen before. You see that this room resembles an amphitheater. There's stone bleachers to your left and right that overlook this oblong chamber that has this it's a very deep looking pool of seawater in the center of the room. Let's see. And you see these 3 enormous thrones on the other side of the pool. Sorry, I'm stuttering today. The thrones on either side of the middle are very large and decorated, but average thrones, you think. The one in the middle, however, it really stands out. The one in the middle with this young storm giant female sitting on it, it looks like it's made from solid obsidian. And for feet, there are dragon skulls that serve as the chair's feet. Also, maybe a minor point, but the throne seems to be floating about a foot above the floor. So you enter this room, you see these storm giants, and the storm giant over here on our right, your left, immediately stands up. This giant looks like well armed, and of a fighting breed. And the storm giant in the middle says, raises her eyebrow. She says, "Uther, please. Little ones, what brings you to my court?" And I think that's where we'll pick up next week.
Cool. Right then.
I knew it was gonna
Yay.
do that.
think
Hey, Giants. They hurt.
that's as good of a place as any to pick
Oh
up.
man.
Yeah, it was a good place.
Yeah. Okay.
Really good
Works for me.
timing.
It really was. I did not think it would work out so well, but we will pick up there next week. Cool. Well, hopefully it was a good game. It was a lot of combat.
That was good.
We could hear you.
Yeah, there's no sound issues at all.
I am inclined to ask, like, how is the quality of it? Does it sound good?
Sounds
Yeah,
way
I'm
better.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it actually picks up a
keyboard?
lot of noise from your keyboard and background noise too.
Yeah, I mean, that's Mel was helping me before the game, trying to sort that out. That I am going to. It's on my Christmas list, and it's cheap enough that I figure someone in my family will buy one. But I need like an arm, like a mic stand, because it's a quality mic that base, but my laptop sits right next to it. So anytime I type, it picks up the vibration. I did mess with the gain to try to fix that. So I know that.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's just
Yeah,
noticeable.
it's really not bad.
Yeah, I'll listen back to it. Yeah, the typing was especially a concern.
Someone was yelling in the background too, but I mean, there's always yelling in my background.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have birds, so
Hey, you didn't hear the bird like all fucking day,
it's true. I didn't.
right? Not
It was
once. The
Thanksgiving.
dogs, yes.
Yeah, my dog was freaking out, so somebody was yelling at the dog. So that's what happens. Okay, cool. So like I said, we'll pick up there next week.
I've always found it weird that like people make more noise